We could have a black president, an African-American president, who really doesn't have the ability to affect the type of change or enlist the level of hope that we need around the world to do what we need to do right now to turn the planet around. And I think what the real gift is who this man really is and the capabilities that he has. So I think that is what I'm the most excited about. So, very happy today.
Yes, today is a good day. Kyle Irby.
The Poetess. Oh, watch your mouth.
That's a nice shirt, Kyle.
Hey, thank you, Lou Dix. It's a good day. It's Barack Obama Day.
This is nice.
It's Barack Obama Day. It's a big day. You know what? It's so awesome. But like Shelley said, how Barack is a good person to be the first. I love the way he represents this country, and I like the fact that we're excited, that America is excited about the inauguration of Barack Obama, because normally it's just like,
Yeah.
You look at other countries, though, when their leader comes to power, everybody's cheering, they have shirts, and you know what I mean? I feel like we're like other countries now. We're actually happy about the person. We chose this leader. This leader didn't just take it. We chose him.
And they're expecting close to 2 million people out there today.
The 2 million man march today, actually.
And Lyndon B. Johnson, they had 1.2 million, so they're looking to outdo that. So Lewis Dix.
Wow, I know it's a great time, and you know what's so funny? Last night I was watching the HBO show, and all the celebrities, you know, that were there, and thinking, wow, this is how big it is that everybody was there and on good behavior. Everybody was just saying the right thing, but really funny things too, because Martin Luther King, Kyle and I were talking about Martin Luther King Jr.'s son. He's a big boy. He's gaining a little weight. What's his name?
Martin Luther King.
Is it Martin Luther
third?
King?
Yeah, that's his name.
Well, he definitely is the third. He's bringing it. He looked
Come
big.
on, be
he
nice.
looked like he looked like the guy from Family Matters, the dad. Carl
Winslow.
He was a big boy. I mean,
Big boy.
he can work out.
He looks like his pops, though. He has
he
the
needs
same
some
type.
marching. He needs to do some marching.
He's driving.
He needs
He's
to do
driving
some
now.
marching. I mean, with all
He
due
does.
respect,
He looks a lot like Martin Luther King, though, with the kind of the head shape and just a bigger version, almost like a caricature of his dad. But you can tell the hair.
The Chucky kid.
Yeah. But you can see the hair, you can see it in the eyes, and definitely in the
definitely,
roundness
that's his dad,
of the chin.
I thought Fox tore it up. He came out. Fox did his thing.
He was clean, too.
Yeah, he was clean. Fox
Clean.
stayed clean. He stayed clean. And George Lopez was cool.
Now, was this for the kids' inaugural? Because the inaugural ball for the kids, because I think I saw Jamie at that one, too.
Oh, no, this was the HBO one I watched last night.
Yeah, it was like a concert of a bunch. It was like a pre-inaugural party.
Denzel, he could shave.
But
I don't know what went on with him. I mean, you see Denzel? He was looking rough. I mean, you're a lady. What did you think? Did he look
a little rough.
He looks scruffy.
I like the scruffy. I like the scruffy.
Did
But
you see the baby asleep in the background?
Oh, the baby behind President-elect? Yeah, the baby Palin.
and did you notice how all the entertainers were singing and you could tell they were cold?
Yeah, but Mary J. Blige's outfit was jamming.
She was cold. The outfit
that
was clean.
beige?
With the jacket.
Oh,
yeah,
and-
she was clean.
And even Beyonce looked really nice.
Yeah, she had the presidential up top, and sexy on the bottom. What?
She
Look at
looked
you.
good. Herbie Hancock looked a little thrown off too. Herbie
Come on, you guys.
Herbie looked cold. Herbie looked cold.
Okay, we're less than an hour away almost an hour away from Barack. He's going to be heading over to the Capitol and just shortly, so we'll keep you posted on that. And after, I guess right now he's actually meeting with
George Bush.
George Bush. They're having their coffee.
Coffee in the blue room.
And coffee. What is the blue room?
It's just it's with the Crips. I'm just playing now.
That is silly.
But every room is known for its color, and the blue room is the room that's blue.
Okay.
And that, they've been
is
doing
it
that.
really a blue room?
It's really blue. They've been doing that tradition 132 years.
Wow.
Having the old meet the new, and they were talking about how in America that shows how civil we are in America. There's no beef. There's no. Here, take the books and all that stuff.
Well, Barack has certainly displayed that in extending, and he gave the dinner for McCain last night.
That was cool.
So he's really definitely show
And George
that.
Bush is showing some class in this,
Bush
too.
has
George
too,
Bush
right.
is showing a lot of
Bush
class.
looks like he is ready to get up out that
Man,
piece.
been packed for 2-3 days.
Bush-
Like, man, when this gonna be over?
Bush had a little thug going on in his little outgoing speech. Bush had a little swagger going, like, throw another shoe at me.
Yeah, right. Let's go to Fox's speech. Right now, it's from yesterday, so let's check it out right here on the Foxxhole Sirius 106 XM 149.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie Foxx and Steve Carell.
Throughout our history, the question of change versus the status quo has been part of our national conversation. These words of Thomas Jefferson are inscribed on his memorial. I am not an advocate for frequent changes, but laws and institutions must go hand in hand with the progress of the human mind as new truths are discovered and manners and opinions change.
Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall said, go back down. This to be the graduating class of the University of Virginia. Each of you as an individual must pick your own goals. Listen to others, but do not become a blind follower. Do not wait for others to move out. Move out yourself. Where you see wrong or inequality or injustice, speak out, because this is your country, this is your democracy. Make it, protect it, pass it on.
In Cape Town, South Africa in 1966, this is what Robert Kennedy said. Moral courage is a rarer commodity than bravery in battle or great intelligence. Yet it is the one essential, vital quality of those who seek to change a world that yields most painfully to change.
And in Grant Park, Chicago, Chi-Town, stand up. Chi-Town, stand up. Chi-Town, stand up. 312. This was the most incredible moment of my life and all of your lives when our president-elect said to the American people, and he said it very smooth and calmly, he said, if there's anyone who still doubts that America is not a place where all things are possible, tonight is your answer. It's the answer that led those who've been told for so long by so many to be cynical and fearful and doubtful of what we can achieve, to put our hands on the arc of history and bend it once more towards the hope of a better day. It's been a long time coming, but tonight, because of what we did at this defining moment, change has come to America.
Jamie is getting pretty close.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
he's
Yeah,
sounding-
he was. That's what I was saying in the beginning. He really had him. He was.
And Barack laughed when he did the impersonation of himself. I like what he said, Chi-Town stand up, and Barack and Michelle was like, Chi-Town in the house, fool. They stood up.
Yeah, it
like,
became a hip hop concert.
Yeah,
yeah.
Jamie said Chi-Town. Oh, that's us, baby. Come on, Chi-Town.
Right. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Foxhole on Sirius 106 XM 149. I am the Poetess, and in the house with us is Lewis Dix, Kyle Irby, and Shelley Alexander. We are excited, and we are here discussing the inaugural, and we are just moments away.
He's in the building.
He's in the building.
just rolled
President-elect just arrived at the Capitol, and we should be hearing from him in about 30 minutes.
Now all the ladies want to know, of course, what is Michelle going to wear?
Exactly.
What is Michelle
Yes.
wearing? Can we describe
Well,
what
I've
she's
seen
wearing
her
for
with
us?
sort of a lime color,
Yeah,
outfit,
lime-ish. Yeah.
sparkly joint on.
Yeah. Now who gets to say whether it's a nice outfit or not?
Barack.
Go ahead. That was funny. I mean, do you women talk about
Baby,
our
I
outfits?
look fat in
Yes,
this.
we do.
You guys talk about our outfits
Absolutely.
in the barbershops or beauty salons?
Absolutely.
She fills them out very nicely.
Really? Now, what is she known in the neighborhood as a strong, thick woman, or I mean, what is
She's
she?
more slender, isn't she?
More slender.
Michelle Obama. She's on the slender tip. I thought she's more of a, on the smooth. What's the lady's name? Jackie Onassis.
You know,
Yeah,
and,
the class.
and
Yeah.
what's her name? Ann Coulter came out with a book, and she's trying to say that Michelle Obama is a Jackie O wannabe, but I don't see that.
Yeah, and my man got a book out too saying that somebody, Barack, that Bernie, whatever. We have a caller though, Poetess from L.A., Dave.
Go ahead.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave, how you doing? Is Dave there?
Dave, what's up?
Hey, I just,
Dave.
you know, what I'm saying is even though white people could be happy because of Barack Obama's half white, you know what I'm saying?
You know what? Everybody should be happy because I think today is going to be a change for all of us. It's going to affect all of us here in the United States and all over the world. The whole entire world is watching right now.
Yeah, even people out there in the Mid East looking at it, talking about that it's good for a change, and they're about to pull out Gaza and stuff like that.
Yeah. How do you feel? What's your feeling today, Dave?
Oh, yeah, I think that what Martin Luther King in his dream, you know, is coming true today.
Okay. Now, are you able to watch any of the inaugural today, or are you just keeping it locked to the Foxxhole?
Oh no, I could watch it. I'll probably get on the screen here in a minute.
Okay.
Hey, well, thanks for listening, Dave.
Yeah,
Appreciate
Dave, that's
brother.
good. And happy Barack Day and new.
That's
and I think
right.
it's more so a color. I think we've reached the point now where we're actually going to start beginning with dealing with each other's character.
I hear
Yeah.
that. But just like Dr. King said. Just like Dr. King said. Did you hear that, Poetess, that T.D. Jakes did the sermon this morning?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah,
I was
TD
glad
Jakes.
to hear that. I like T.D. Jakes.
Yeah, T.D. Jakes doing his thing.
What did his sermon where at
Across the street at the White across the street from the White House. I think it's
the church they always go to?
The traditional church
Oh,
that all the presidents
okay,
go
so
to.
and T.D. Jakes was in the building.
All right. Our very own Claudia and Speedy are standing right next to the podium, and they'll be joining us now. They're broadcasting.
I see Speedy.
They're broadcasting live
right.
from Washington, D.C. What's up, Claudia and Speedy?
What's up, baby?
Hey, Foxxhole.
We finally made it.
It wasn't looking good.
It wasn't looking good.
All obstacles were against us.
Yes.
We were like Kurt Warner trying to get back on the NFL team. I got to put it on NFL terms.
What happened?
Sorry, Lewis Dix. I know that's a sensitive topic for you right now. But
I feel like
Very
the
much.
Eagles.
yeah.
Claudia, what
Off the
happened?
chain. Well,
Claudia
woke up a little late, but
No.
she didn't wake up late because I woke up too early.
Speedy's been harassing me. He's like 45 minutes before I got to be downstairs. Claudia, where you at? Come eat. But just a lot of things. I mean, we had to take a bus. We had to commandeer
Yeah.
a bus and go down a one-way street the wrong way.
People didn't know us. We didn't know them, but we blended in.
At every checkpoint, there's been an obstacle, like don't go in this way. I mean, there's millions of people. I can't
Yeah.
hear myself at all.
Yeah.
There are millions of
There you
people
go.
here. I can't explain. I mean, when you think a million people, just
Yeah.
multiply that by
No, they
2,
said 3 million.
maybe 3. You know when you see Martin Luther King's speech and you see how far back the sea of people goes?
It goes back way
It's further than that. And then it goes
Well, they
wider than
claim that only 500,000 people
No.
attended
No.
They
the
came
Martin
anyway.
Luther King.
These people came anyway.
I see 500,000 of Speedy's kids alone, so there's definitely more.
The baby mamas here. I had a lot of baby mamas here.
people.
And now you guys having? You sound like you're having a lot of fun.
No, we weren't. This has actually been the best part. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a lot of stress.
We almost didn't get up to this part. Remember, the lady wouldn't let us up, and
Oh.
she was like, "No more media can go upstairs." We saw Chris Tucker, and his mom is here,
And in the all white.
and his mom
From
had
the,
on all white.
The Mama Combs collection.
I'm pretty
was
sure
like-
if you look through the radio, you can see her right now.
Well, let me ask you guys this: where are you located in terms of
We have
where
a
everything
great-
is at?
we are 50. I'm gonna put it again in football terms.
Yes.
We are 50 yards from where Barack Obama
So-
will be speaking. We are to
Wow.
his right.
So
50
from where I am, if I did the 40, I could do it in what?
Well, you would do it in about 10 seconds. A well-trained, well-oiled athletic machine that I would be dealing with,
Yeah.
a first-rounder, would get there in 4.6
Now,
seconds.
can you feel the energy just
Oh, my
getting
goodness.
stronger as
Yeah.
you guys are getting closer?
I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was frustrated and a little negative up until this point. I was complaining a lot. It was cold. It was drama. Every intersection, every freeway exit is blocked off.
Ted Kennedy came out, and people lost their mind on Ted Kennedy. They start yelling, Kennedy.
When you get to this point, you forget all that. You forget that there's no per diem and there's no ride to pick you up from there.
Jesse
But you
Jackson
forget all
Jr.
that.
Jesse
All right,
Jackson
let me
Jr. is in the house.
Let me ask you guys a question. Who's the biggest celebrity? Like, we know Barack and Michelle, Who else gets the biggest?
Let me tell you guys this first. It was like going. It was. You know what it is like out here now? It's like going to a All-Star weekend. They have parties and clubs that were charging $80 to get in, and we were like, "Yo, it's a family affair."
That's
thing
for the
here.
regular bottom of the barrel party. There's parties that are up to $50,000 to go to. We've seen Ray Nagin. I've seen him on the monitors. We've seen the crowd cheer. There's a nice shot of Michelle Obama.
Yeah, she's
and
doing
Laura Bush walking together, and then they had on the monitors we saw Barack and George Bush.
We got great seats. It's a little cold. We're bearing it just for our listeners, and we appreciate. Hopefully, they appreciated the listeners on 106 Sirius and XM 149. We appreciate you guys tuning in right now. We're live in Washington D.C. We're
Speedy, how cold is it?
from. It's
well, they said it's
my
about
nipples.
20.
My nipple ring is cold right now.
Wow.
Your nipples.
Oh my God, Speedy, you have a nipple ring?
He's got
Who's in
nipples.
the studio? Who's in the studio?
We have Lewis Dix, Kyle Irby is in the house, and we have Shelly Alexander.
Who is that?
Got some new.
Did y'all fire some people? Where's
She's
Johnny
a friend.
Johnny Mac is. I don't know where Johnny Mac.
You know
is.
Johnny Mac doesn't
In
get up
jail.
before noon.
Yeah, Johnny Mac. You know, you guys
But we
gotta
had
call
people at the hotel we stayed at. The guy who's, I guess, what would he be called? The guy at the hotel, Rob. Yeah.
I don't know. He's a man, a jack of all trades. Whatever we need, he makes it happen. Another shout out to Rob. He's at the Sheridan Suites in Alexandria, Virginia.
Yeah, he
really
took care of us.
He loves the Foxxhole. He knew all of our stories.
Yeah. He said, "Who's the one with the 10 kids?" And Claudia went, "Speedy." Oh, hey, what's up, Speedy?
Oh, that was nice. That's nice.
What's the diversity like out there? What is the crowd mostly made up
It's
of?
everything.
It's mostly black though.
But it's literally everything.
But this is the most black people I've ever seen in my life.
And the thing is, we're going to try to bring back some things that have Obama's face on it. There's a condom.
There's a hand puppet, Obama hand puppet.
Please bring me back something, you guys.
Yeah,
please.
bring us
There's
something.
Pampers that they have Pampers with Obama's face on it.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Bring me back everything.
Claudia, can you bring me back something, Claudia?
Well, we won't bring you the condoms because we know you don't need them.
Lewis Dix, I'll bring you back a videotape of the playoff game, Philly against Arizona Cardinals.
You know what, Claudia?
You know
that
what?
was me.
As much as I'm playing with you, I mean, that game was bittersweet. While off topic for a second, because you want a black quarterback to make it. I want Donovan to go, but
anyway, moving on.
Yeah, back to a more important pressing.
Well,
issue.
now we see that the VIPs are arriving on the inaugural platform.
So you guys are watching television right now?
CNN. Yeah.
CNN.
Now, are
Okay.
the VIPs being treated VIP-ish compared to the other people?
We wouldn't know.
Yeah, we're not.
Where are you guys? Where's your P's? Where's your P end up?
I'm gonna.
But where we're sitting is
we're
kind
waiting.
of cool. Where we're sitting at is really cool. It really is.
Oh, I see John McCain. Look at him.
Did he fall?
I see the cheek. Look at the cheek.
Oh, that's
I'm
hilarious.
zooming in.
Where? Show me where.
Look, right there, straight ahead. I can
Oh,
throw
that's
a
John
rock
McCain.
and I can hit the cancer spot.
He said McClain, you idiot.
I can hit an A spot from here. I can hit a liver
Who's the
spot.
guy that's a Democrat, but he was hating on the Democrats? What's his name?
Oh, Joe Lieberman.
Yeah, I see Joe Lieberman. He got a baseball hat on, a Giants hat.
They have I see that they have a humongous jumbotron. Are those
Yeah,
jumbotrons
no, they're all over the
like
place.
huge?
They're all over the place.
Okay, if you're looking at the screen, we are to the left of Barack, 50 meters. Like there's a whole radio section on the left, and television is on the right. We see the lights.
Speedy, what color do you have on? Because we'll notice it, big as you are.
Black, so we can look slimmer.
Oh, look at the Eagles. Did they make it to the Super Bowl?
I just want to say, just before the president takes the president-elect takes the oath of office, the vice president-elect will step forward, and that's about to happen now. Biden is about to take his oath to office, and then Barack takes his presidential.
Well, somebody's coming
Okay.
to the stage now.
So we're looking at the stage now. Where are you guys now?
To the
Because
left
the
of the
band.
stage.
We see the band playing.
We're right above the band.
Wave, Claudia, wave.
Wave.
We're above the band. We're above the band.
You're above the band.
But over to the left. They don't pan this far, trust me.
So you'll be, are you behind Barack or in front
No,
of
we'll be able to see his ear.
Speedy could flash a titty and he'd see it. I'm just Speedy, I think you should.
Okay, we got a
Did you
shot
guys-
of something. Now, go ahead. Where?
Did you guys hear the show last night, the Claudia show? It was dope.
It was
No pigeons, just one.
Just one
Now
rooster.
we see Al Gore coming out now.
Where's Al Gore?
On the monitor. Let's see. Oh, we see him. He's right down. Come on.
You see Jesse Jackson Jr.? We're on the
No.
opposite side
He's
that
not-
Jesse.
he ain't
Oh,
gonna
you don't
make
see
it.
that far?
No, we're trying
Okay.
to.
We can
So,
see
are
him.
you guys on the podium
Are we about to do,
yourselves?
they're about to do the national colors now.
We are on the podium.
We're on the.
We're not on the white part. We're on the little side.
Nobody's gonna block our view or anything. That's great.
It's cold as a muffin.
Okay, we have the flags are coming in.
I'll take pictures.
So the flags are coming in from the opposite side that we're on.
Is everybody silent right
that
now?
helps you guys.
No, we're trying to work with you and understand.
Wow, it just looks amazing looking at it from
now,
television.
from where we
it's just
are, we
absolutely
can see all the way out, and it's people. You can't see no green grass anywhere.
None.
Wow, it's an amazing day.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's a day to be proud. It's a day that all Americans, I don't think just black, but all Americans should say, you know what, we got to get this right.
Oh, this has nothing to do with the black thing. This is, I mean, it has something to do with the black thing, but it's way beyond that.
Yeah.
It's far beyond that.
How special is this, Speedy? You get to tell all 9 of your kids about this.
Lewis?
He gets to tell the story over and over
Don't put another one on me,
and
Lewis.
over and over and over and over and over again.
That's too many over.
That's 8.
That's 8 over?
We have a phone call.
Yeah, we have a phone call from Houston. Eric, how you doing, Eric?
Hey, what's going on, Foxxhole?
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah, I do want to, man. Yeah, man, it's a great day, man. My dad was born in 1935 in Jasper, Texas. And for him to see this day,
It's
when
great.
he said
Younger
when he came
generation
out the
could go up
military,
to be
they
whatever.
couldn't even buy Coca-Cola products. They served the guys green tea when the white soldiers had to go in and get the food for them. And for him to get a chance to see this day, for all of us to get a chance to see this day, it's just magical, man. It's like, it's just special, man. You really can't put it into words what this day is like today for all Americans. So.
Well, it turns out green tea is better than Coca-Cola.
Now, do you have your sons watching this this event? This is Speedy.
My daughter, I mean sweet tea. Like that's why sweet tea is served in the South, because they wouldn't let them buy soda, so they served them sweet tea. You know, that's where it comes from. That's where the context comes from. So to see this day happen, man, and from where he came from, not to be bitter, and a lot of me in that age, not to be bitter, and to see this actually happen, it's just special, man. My daughter, I pulled out of school today, and
there you go.
Sitting around watching it, man. So big up to Barack.
Wait a minute,
got high expectations.
Wait a minute, you guys. I think I see the dude from the box of the Quaker Oats oatmeal with the white hair. Oh, wait a minute. That's Barbara Bush.
Oh, thank you, Eric. Hey, Eric, thank you. Much respect to you and your family, Eric.
The oatmeal guy.
Thanks for the call, man.
I thought it was Mr. Quaker. Captain Kangaroo.
Hey, there's Jimmy Carter. His wife looks good.
Jimmy is strolling, too. He is strolling. He still got a little swag going on.
Hey, how's the security out there, guys?
Oh, it is bananas. And you know what's so weird? Like, one security guy will go, let me see your credentials. And then the dude right next to him go, can I see your credentials? You be like, my man, I just showed it to the dude. He's like, no, I need to see him. So everybody's like real anal, like seriously anal about where you going.
Speedy, are they patting you guys down, or do they just use a wand? How are they doing it?
Well, you got to go. We went through 3 security checks.
Metal detectors.
Within the same, 50 feet?
Yeah, we went through
several.
Yeah,
3 different security things. And you still had to show everything, and you still really can't get anywhere. But they don't pat you down, but they got the detectors. But
what? They didn't pat you down?
No, they.
Oh man, I got
they just rolled me through.
Speedy's so big, he pat himself down.
He didn't feel it.
They rolled
Hey,
me
let me ask you guys, what about the stuff that we were reading saying you could not bring, like umbrellas? Do you see any strollers or anything?
I haven't seen any strollers.
No, a lot of people carrying their babies. There's a lot of people that have their kids out here. It's been nice.
And the kids are gonna feel it right about now. Look.
Here comes Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. The crowd is
going bananas,
they're going.
and it's a roar all the way from the back coming to the front.
Is Hillary walking like she's in second place still?
Oh.
She's walking much like the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, she is.
That would make them
Third or fourth place.
They lost the last game. No, they lost the first
but there's
game.
2 teams that lost.
So that would be the...
Okay.
Yeah.
So are they above Baltimore?
Yeah.
We have another call.
We have a caller, it's Oral from South Carolina.
Come on, call.
Hello?
Oral.
Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Special inauguration edition. Hey.
Hey, how you guys doing? I listen to your show all the time.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
I serve in the military, and it's really enlightening to listen to you guys' show. I was just telling the other guy that I'm on my way home from Atlanta to South Carolina, and I just got pulled over by a cop, a white cop, of course. He walked up to the car and he said, "Oh, sir, how you doing today?" I said, "I'm doing fine, thank you." And he's like, "You've been doing 25 over the speed limit, but I'm just going to let you go." I said, "All right, thank you, appreciate it." And that was that.
I said, all right.
See, if we can't at one, you'd be in jail.
All right, Lewis Dix,
so
great timing.
I would like to point out, you know how we usually have our listeners, we have some
Loyal listeners.
We have listeners.
man.
Our listeners are great, but we have listeners that don't like to give their real name. Like we have the low lives and the icebergs.
But they did on Claudia's show.
Last night we had so many callers give their real name. They said, you know what? I'm not going to do the ignorant thing. I'm going to give my real name because
I'm happy.
I'm happy, and I just feel like just being me. It was
All
kind of-
but low life, though.
I wouldn't want to know low life real name.
Low
Yeah,
life.
he gave his real name. Wasn't it like it
Bernard.
was Teddy or something?
Shamar?
Yeah, it was something like that. Oh no, it's Lamone.
That's low life's name.
Yeah,
Was
Lamone.
they sure? I know.
I mean
Wow.
Lemon. Some of y'all will get that
but this
later.
is a who's who of the political scene.
Oh,
All
yeah.
your favorite.
Now, so how was the partying last night?
We went to the most whack club. What was the name of it?
We haven't been partying. The first night
Wait
I
a
went.
minute. We get in free, right? But it was the one guy. I was like, no, we're gonna let no dudes in, homie. But the dude had to pay $80, and he was from France. So we get in, and Claudia went, "This is whack. Let's roll." So my man was like, "I just got here."
No, we haven't really been partying. And like I said, it's been really frustrating and difficult to get around.
Yeah.
The first night I went to dinner with a friend, had a long, just
Some
talking about
dude.
everything. Hey, put me
Who
on.
just got put up? No, I'm
brain.
And so last night we tried to get around, but it was just I really
Yeah.
wasn't in the mood. I really wanted to just rest
Every
up.
street was blocked off.
It kind of takes the fun out of the party. Like
Yeah.
know,
Did
I
you guys
was,
see people you knew?
yeah, we see some LA folks out here.
But they said Jay-Z's concert was off the chain.
I don't want to hear that. I'm hating.
Yeah, we didn't go to that. Fox went to
guys
that.
didn't-
When did you guys get in?
Yesterday.
We got here Sunday morning. We took a red eye Saturday night.
Yeah.
Got here in the morning.
Took a cab.
Yeah. Serious.
Hey, I want to.
You owe me $80, serious.
Yeah, we owe y'all. Yeah. We got thanks for y'all.
Let me throw another fact out there about today's inauguration. President-elect Obama plans to take the oath of office with his right hand on the same Bible used by Abraham Lincoln.
Wow.
Now, do they use the same
In
Bible every year?
1861.
Every 4 years?
That would.
No,
Yes,
you
that
know
would
what?
make
No
sense.
one has used this Bible since Abraham Lincoln.
See,
so it's a
Speedy?
different Bible. Okay.
Right.
They don't want to
You
mess
need
with
to
it.
go back to school
Now,
with your kids.
And the whole inaugural theme, by the way, is
Jimmy Carter is walking out now.
Jimmy and Rosalind Carter. Jimmy Carter was the first president I started paying attention to as a young kid.
They said the actual words that Barack is going to be saying, there's only 35 words that he's going to say
Wow.
to be, whatever that
to be
means.
sworn in.
Yeah, it's
Well,
35
as
words.
I was saying, the theme of the inaugural is a new birth of freedom, and it commemorates the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. So,
Oh, okay.
That's why I
Shout
love
out
it.
to Abraham
So
Lincoln.
Smart.
Abe in the
Poetess.
house. Watch your back.
you know,
Smart.
and hasn't Barack given Lincoln mad props through this
Yes.
whole campaign?
Yes.
And
You would
Lincoln
think he was his backer.
But you know what? Lincoln was also the first president that included African Americans in his inaugural parade.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Doesn't Lincoln remind you of like a white Snoop Dogg kind of?
There's a lot of brothers with the last name Lincoln. I don't know what
Hey,
that means. I'm just saying.
Claudia, wanted to ask you something, Claudia. We noticed last night that Mary J. Blige's outfit was jamming. How's
We
the
didn't go to
fashion
that
been
concert.
down there with all the women? A lot of
We
nice
see a
coats.
lot of
and-
faux minks.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No, well,
here's
they're
Barbara
not
Bush.
really minks. They're sinks.
Oh, here's Barbara Bush. Here she is. I see the crown of white and gray hair.
We
Yeah,
see
George
we see
Bush.
her
The
walking
first
out.
George Bush is walking down.
She got thick.
Are you guys watching on the monitor,
She
or you
got
got?
thick.
You
No,
guys actually see
we
it?
are watching them. There's some stairs right before where you come down to where everybody's sitting at. That's politically in charge or politically
figures.
yeah.
There you go. Spit it out. Speedy.
Poetess.
Thank you.
You
That's
know
what
what's
you're
so
here for,
funny is that with the Secret Service and everything, they probably know that you're talking on the phone with us right now.
I'm pretty sure.
That they're sitting there monitoring our conversation.
Shout out to George W. Bush.
Yeah, he's working it.
Way to go.
Hey, Speedy, is Michael Collier there with you guys?
No, he's on the phone.
If he
Oh, he's on the
is,
phone.
He's on
in
the
a
phone.
knapsack.
Oh, we got
Yeah, 'cause
we got
Michael's
Michael
out there too.
That's the
Michael
only way he could
Collier.
have got to here. It was in a knapsack.
Mike Collier just called in.
What's up,
You
Mike?
on the phone?
Hey, Mike.
Y'all there? Y'all there?
Yeah, we can hear you. Hey, Mike.
We can't hear you.
How y'all doing, man? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, y'all, I'm calling y'all live from D.C., man. I'm right down here at the
Is
mall,
Michael here?
man. I'm in D.C., brother.
Yeah, I'm in D.C. too.
Oh,
That's
where you
Speedy.
at?
We're on.
Speedy.
Okay. You see the band, Michael?
No, I don't see the band. Where's it at?
Michael's
bad
probably.
pieces,
Hold on.
I'm actually standing at the corner.
Wait, you guys, hold on. Bill and Hillary Clinton coming
Bill
through.
and Hillary are coming
through.
down.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, we got to.
Bill
We're in
and
charge
Hillary
here.
Bill
just
don't
cut me
look
off.
too happy. Look at
No,
him.
Bill is
Look like
They just had a
he's
fight.
Look all that.
now he's smiling.
Look all that foreign money behind him.
Man, Bill and Hillary
Lewis.
just got there, y'all. They just put me on.
Wow, look at this. Everybody raising their flags.
All right.
That's love.
Sorry, Michael Collier.
So, Michael, how's it been out there for you, Michael?
It's amazing out here, man. It is live. It's electric, man. I don't believe y'all put me on hold for Bill and Hillary. Bill and Hillary, we put them on hold. You know, the most electric thing, the most exciting thing, the most beautiful thing was seeing that helicopter land that's about to take Bush away. Goodbye, Bush. Everybody sing, happy birthday to you.
Michael Collier, great timing.
We meet again. Anyway, they running Bush out of here, and then Michelle looks beautiful. She looks elegant, golden. Me and my beautiful wife are here. We right out here on the street. We at the corner of 2nd and, what is this, 2nd and Pennsylvania. Hey, y'all, I'm talking to the Foxxhole. Everybody say, hey, Foxxhole. Man,
Michael Collier. Take some pictures, Michael.
I'm bringing back pictures. I've been down here with Tommy Davidson, with Earthquake Tom Hanks.
Michael, do you got a suit on?
Man, I'm wearing a tux tip. Hey, y'all, am I wearing a suit?
You know he's wearing a suit.
I know you're wearing
How
a suit.
could you
It's
ask
something with
that?
a name, with a tag on the back.
Well, listen, you guys.
And my wife, this is the second most important day of my life, man. And I'm telling you, man, he looks good. You know what? My wife watches
Michael,
Obama, and
the president is about to come out, Michael.
the president about to come out. Okay,
Michael
I gotta go,
Collier.
y'all. All right, I love y'all.
We love you, Michael.
You guys are listening to Foxxhole Sirius 106 XM 149. We are about to take a break. Keep it locked. We got more inaugural news coming right up here on the Foxxhole.
We'll be back.
That's cool. That's
We'll
break.
be
It's about to
back.
be cracking.
Hey, I need a
Where's
blanket.
Michael? Where's Michael staying? He said he might as well stay in L.A.
Yo, we back.
We are back.
It's your boy Speedy. Claudia's in the house. We in
That's
Washington,
right.
D.C. live on the right near the podium, and the Laura Bush has already come out. So has
Very interesting moment. Laura Bush. Okay, first Sasha and Malia.
the other daughter.
The other one came out.
They got mad love.
They got the most applause of anyone so far.
Yeah,
And then right after,
be nice.
the wife of Cheney and Laura Bush come out, complete silence. No one clapped. And that's all I have to say.
Now we don't know. They're yelling something. I don't know what.
They want Obama.
That's
It is
right.
so-
We're getting
people
closer
are
and
on the
closer.
What are they chanting? KFC.
There are
KFC.
so many porta potties. I have never in my life seen that many porta
A
potties.
lot of shit.
And then they're like the freeways are all shut down. It's kind of scary. It looks like the Twilight Zone. And they have all these buses, all the buses that came in. They're lined up along the freeway. It's incredible, man.
Yeah, this inaugural is it cost up to $160 million for the inaugurals and the balls and everything.
Well, I would say
There
this
she
much.
goes.
I think
Typically,
DC,
it's $100 million or less.
I think DC has made some of that money back and just people just being here and trying to get a hotel room. There were people that came, this young lady came and just literally didn't have nowhere to go. So
Michelle looks
being such a
absolutely
nice
beautiful.
person,
Michelle
yeah.
looks beautiful.
Why did you hook her up, Speedy?
And let me
Apparently, Poetess didn't want me to get that out. But
I'm sorry.
Speedy,
I-
did you see a lot of street vendors?
oh my goodness, man!
Like a Laker game?
It's like this. Let's put it this way: if somebody leaves here without some type of Obama artifact, you literally just didn't want to buy anything because they're on every corner, every white, black, green, doesn't matter who they are selling something.
I want to say that Obama girls look so adorable.
Yes, they are.
So adorable. They.
So we're gonna get you guys something. I don't know what you want, man.
I want a white T-shirt,
Not gonna
extra
happen.
large.
For what?
Well, they got some Eagle shirts. They say championship on
They're
them.
half off.
They giving them away. Matter of fact, they ironed Obama's picture right over top of it.
You know what?
It's a 2-for-1.
That's mean, you all. That's just straight
I
up
wonder
mean.
what do they do with those
on
T-shirts
this
when
day.
they don't win?
Hey,
Where do they go?
They say, ain't this about a bitch?
Let's get back to Barack. Let's get back
Yeah,
to
now
Barack.
you want to get back.
Back to Barack.
Shout out to Donovan McNabb. I mean, he really, he.
Is that him down there? No, that's a goal line. He can't cross
Okay,
that.
we see Bush coming out now.
Is there any applause?
Any applause for Bush?
Well, he hasn't made it down to
but
where
they-
the people see
Here he
him.
comes.
He's on his way. We're
He's
watching.
walking like he's tore up, like he's a little
constipated.
tipsy.
He's walking like he's pissed off.
Yeah, he's a little
Should
hurt.
be. He got his bags packed.
There goes Cheney in the wheelchair. They're going to
He
wheel him out in a
tight-lipped.
second, too.
Cheney's in a wheelchair?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he
in a,
pulled his back trying to move a box.
trying to move out of his quarters.
Yeah, he actually hurt his back looking for the weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, he's
Hilarious.
counting his
Trying to get
millions.
about fast.
Oh, Michelle
Look at
Obama.
Michelle is banging,
And,
man.
you know, I really love Joe Biden's
Yeah,
wife too. She's
yeah, she's doing that. I ain't mad at her.
I
The
like her
red,
little attitude too.
little red, it's like a little Red Riding Hood or something.
Kind of play.
A little
Oh,
feisty. Wow. It,
So
Yeah,
President Bush is still the when does President Bush stop being the president?
So Michelle's
right.
outfit looks really
in
nice.
about an
And-
hour.
And what color is it, Claudia? What-
Like what color is that, Claudia?
Olive.
It's like a rich yellow.
Yellowish greenish.
It's,
like
yeah, it's
real
coming
rich.
off greenish on
Coming
TV.
off burgerish.
Yeah, y'all got the
coming
wrong
off
flat
what?
screen.
It's like the color of the old refrigerators back in the
Yeah,
70s.
it's kind of
No,
greenish.
no, it's not greenish. It's more of a yellowish.
Kind of like
Maybe.
a frozen lemonade kind of color.
Yeah. But it's money though. It's definitely money.
Tint of
Our TV's way off then.
They gave us these hand warmer little packets that you put in your mitts. When I tell
Free?
you my hands are on fire, but my feet are popsicles.
Put them in your damn shoes.
Are they electric?
No, they're these little things you take out of a package.
Is that Maya Angelou?
Oh, that's wrong. My hands are on.
Maya
Claudia's
Angelou said she's going to be watching the inaugural from home, from what I read.
Yeah, she's a little. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this much: if you're very, very young or you're very, very old, this is not the place to be. 'Cause
Maybe
it's-
she's supposed
the weather is
Kick back with a
unbearable.
girlfriend.
It's hard to
did
get
I
those
say
porta potties in and out.
Yeah, and it was already a line, and Claudia was gonna go in, but she thought about it.
Listen,
Oh,
you,
that's
don't
Our
wanna,
show was gonna take a picture of her going to the porta
you
potty.
got the bad bladder.
You gotta hold that.
You can't hold his water.
So what's happening there
Yeah,
now,
what's
you
up?
guys?
Well, I think Barack should be about ready to come down because everybody's in except for Barack and
What about Bush?
Mr. Bush.
We ain't really
Now,
tripping on him. I
since
just
you
want-
guys are so close,
Yes.
can you see security around?
No,
that
where they're
close
coming
now?
in is only pretty much all the political people, politicians. But
Can you
trust
see
me,
pe-
this place is so roped off, it's ridiculous, man.
Can you see-
There are people on top of the towers.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sure there's probably snipers up there. The Capitol building. We're like really, really close. We have a great view of the
Yeah.
Capitol. We're like right at the foot of it.
We could go inside the Capitol if we want to.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And
we
Speedy,
right
they
there.
said it's 25 out there for y'all, but it feels like 11.
Yeah, and it's a little small wind blowing, so that just bring that down a notch as
I
well.
don't feel so bad right now. I really
My
don't.
feet are frozen.
I have two pairs of tights on and 3 pairs of pants on.
And she almost looked like the girls that I date. She put on one more pair of tights, it'd have been on.
He's gonna be eligible.
Yes.
We got a caller, Poetess.
Go ahead.
Let's go to the lines. then.
Lorenzo from Houston's in the building.
All right.
On the monitor, we see a picture of Cheney being wheeled in, looking like the crypt keeper.
Are you there, Lorenzo?
We have a call. Lorenzo?
I want to take that. Hey, make it quick. Barack's about to come out.
Lorenzo,
Need a
can you
radio
hear
pimp.
us?
Need a new phone.
Yeah.
Now that's
I
the
guess-
other thing.
I guess we
okay.
lost.
That's the other thing too, you guys. The cell phones, you're not able to really use them once you get. I think it was at 50 yards.
Okay, you guys.
Uh-oh.
It's
So
about to
everyone's
go
standing.
down.
This is for George Bush, right?
Yeah, this got to be for Bush,
The
right?
Going away song right here.
This is his last
Walking
ride.
papers.
Vice President
The President
Cheney's
of the
arriving.
United States, the Honorable George Walker Bush,
Honorable.
and the Vice President of the United States, Dick Cheney, accompanied by Senate
Ooh, they're
Republican
getting
leader
booze.
Wow.
Senator Mitch McConnell, Senator Robert
Ooh,
Bennett,
that's not
House
good.
Republican leader Representative John Boehner, and
We're going to take a
Secretary for the
quick
Minority,
break and
Poetess.
What?
listen
What?
in.
Wait, before you go. They're getting booed. They're getting booed.
Are they booing?
Oh, wow.
Now
Are
they're
they
getting
getting
clapped. Now they're
booed?
getting clapped.
Now they're cleaning it up a little bit.
Cheney.
Those are my kids performing. My bad.
He's hurt. Bush is hurt.
Be nice. What's that walking sound?
Michael Jackson video. Yeah, beat it. Are we on?
Cheesing.
We up?
Are we on? Poetess,
Yeah, we're on. We're on.
Good.
Wow, that was the weakest applause I've ever heard.
So that means when Barack come out,
Yes,
it's
sir.
rock star status. Trust me.
Let me tell you something. That was just a polite clap. It started off with a little bit of booing.
It was a courtesy clap.
Who was the courtesy clap for, Claudia?
Bush.
Trust me, Bush. You know, people have been texting me. My family was like, "Sweetie, see if you can get Barack's autograph." I'm like, "Get his autograph?" Like, I must, hey, slide that to Barack. Tell him to sign that for me.
Sign this T-shirt I got for my
sign
side.
this Eagles T-shirt I got. I got about 45 of them. If you want to sign them.
Don't get Lewis started. We already got to keep a leash on him.
It looked like y'all was going to win for a minute, and then it happened.
Oh, yeah, it's painful, bro.
Hey, you'll get over it. The Cowboys did. Look here.
Oh.
So they're getting ready shortly to swear in Joe Biden.
Oh, he goes first?
And he'll be, he'll be sworn in by Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, the Honorable John Paul Stevens.
Okay.
He will be administering.
You mean the governor of Illinois didn't get that
for
job?
Vice President.
No, I don't even think he's here.
He didn't have enough money to buy that job.
No.
Speedy, what's the racial makeup out there? Oops.
Accompanying the Vice President-elect, inaugural coordinator for the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, Jennifer Griffith, Senate Deputy Sergeant-at-Arms, Drew Willison, House Deputy Sergeant-at-Arms, Kerry Hanley, Senate Majority Leader, Senator Harry Reid, House Majority Leader, Representative Steny Hoyer.
Oh, do you guys see Barack? Because people are going crazy.
They're going crazy for Barack. They see him on the screen.
Oh, they see him on the screen.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
It's bananas, y'all.
He looks like he is so nervous.
Smooth. God, he looks smooth. He looks smooth.
He looks nervous. I never seen Barack nervous.
Yeah, he looks
almost
nervous.
scared a little bit, like
He looks
he's
nervous.
about to do it.
You're like, did I sign up?
I'm nervous. I'm nervous for him.
Man,
I'm telling you.
The Vice President-elect of the
Ooh,
United States,
that's our president, baby.
Biden Jr.
For those that can't see, Barack is making
He got a
walk.
little, they done put a little makeup on Barack. Let's go with that.
It's coming through. Everybody's going nuts. Joe Biden.
Are they cheering for Biden?
Biden got swag. I love him.
There he goes.
He's excited. He's happy. Hey, hey.
He ain't
Even
worried.
giving the point.
Ain't nobody mad at Joe Biden right now.
No, you can't be mad at Joe. And he got a great name. Black folks gonna love that name. Hey, Joe, let me get at you.
You can rhyme with it. A lot of things can rhyme with it in rap songs. Biden, where you hiding. White
Hey,
line.
how cute is Joe Biden's mom, though?
Yeah.
Isn't she
Yeah, they brought her in
adorable?
earlier and put a blanket over her.
She seems like she plays bingo, gambles, and tells dirty jokes. Don't wear no panties.
Don't wear no panties.
No bra.
For our truckers that can't see, Barack is making his walk right now down. He's about to. The crowd can't see him. Can they see him on the monitor, Claudia?
This
You
was,
see him on the monitor looking very.
we want the truckers when we're going to announce when he's walking down. Y'all blow your horn. We want all the
real.
truckers to blow your
all the
horn.
truckers of America. When
Blow
we
your
tell you
horn.
Barack coming through. Yeah.
Start blowing your horn.
Yeah.
Barack getting ready to make
Because
this
we're
entrance.
blowing out the old, bringing in the new.
Wow, he is really I can
Wow,
tell
I cannot
Barack.
believe it,
I
yeah.
can't imagine what's going on inside his head right now.
So excited. I mean, from
Oh, my
the
God.
amount of people that are wearing his name on their hat, but babies when Barack Obama diapers.
But you know what this reminds
Barack
me of?
Obama condoms.
This reminds me when I was.
Flattered
Barack
right now.
Obama condoms, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, this remind me when I was
There they come.
basketball escort at my high school.
Basketball. That's
Yeah.
You know what? This is the thing that, if nothing else, fathers around the world see a reason to stay with your sons and your daughters and your
All right,
children. You
Louis.
never know
Just
what
don't
they're going to
sleep with them,
become.
right, Louis? Don't sleep with your kids.
Actually, Barack.
Don't sleep with the kids with
yeah, basically the kid you may abandon might be the next president. You
There
know?
it is,
right.
Claudia. That's
You
what I'm
take care of all
talking
your
about.
parking tickets and you make it all go bad. Be the better daddy.
I'm telling you,
Are we
imagine.
loud?
No, actually, I can barely hear you, Claudia. But
It's Claudia's loud, and people are turning around looking at Claudia like, what the hell?
Sorry, we're politically correct.
Now
Oh, I
they're
hear the
yelling
crowd.
Obama, yeah.
wow,
I'm
this
telling you,
is
the boy is a
amazing.
rock
Look at
star,
that.
y'all.
This doesn't look like America. This looks
I
like
feel like
something
I'm
you see in
gonna
another
cry. I have a
country.
tear building in my left arm.
I'm going to tell you this much. It's a beautiful thing. This is what America should be at all
Yes.
times. This is how it should be at all times.
Yes.
Whether it was a
Obama-
black man or a woman in office, this is how it should have been.
Hey, Speedy,
Yes.
how does Michelle's mom look in person? I think I might want to.
Lewis Dix, you
Louis.
stop trying to
You
holler.
won't be here next week, baby.
She's a beautiful lady.
You're like a political pervert right now.
We're going to try to
No.
get Barack's friend's nephew, cousin, buddy, to to the microphone soon. So y'all stay on the line.
Ladies and gentlemen,
here we go.
Accompanying the President-elect, Staff Director
Are
of
you
the
ready?
Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, Howard Gantman. The Senate Sergeant-at-Arms, Terrence W. Gaynor.
About to
The
happen,
House Sergeant-at-Arms, Wilson Livingood. Chairman of the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, Senator Dianne Feinstein. Senator
He said
Yo,
Wilson
here it
living
comes.
good.
Speaker of the House of
Yeah, that's what I
Representatives,
was-
Nancy Pelosi. Senate Majority Leader, Senator Harry Reid. House
It does feel like
Majority
a football
Leader,
game.
Representative Steny Hoyer. House Republican Leader, Representative John Boehner.
Now, don't forget, truckers, when we
Set
tell
up
you
fast,
Barack
though.
is walking down, start blowing your horn. All the truckers listening to Sirius 106 at XFM 149, get ready to blow your horn.
Get ready, folks.
We're going to blow out the old and bring in the new. We got a great band.
Feel chills.
I want they can play My Funny Valentine. It's my
Wouldn't
song.
it be crazy if Barack came out and started doing the Running Man?
Well, like Oak Tree.
The oak tree.
Oh, if he slid down like Lawrence Day and said,
Oak tree.
Jerome.
Jesse, not Jerome.
And Biden broke
No,
the mirror.
Joe.
Oh, yeah, Joe.
Now Hillary.
Come here, McCain.
You see your two-step.
Oh, with the good arm.
President-elect
Ladies and
Obama.
gentlemen,
Is
the
right.
President-elect of the United States, Barack H. Obama.
H.
All right, truckers, get ready to blow the horn. We'll cue you
Uh-oh.
on our cue.
Here he is.
Oh, yeah.
Start blowing your horn,
Blow
baby.
your horn. Blow
He's
your
coming
horn.
down. All
Look
by
at him being
himself.
saluted.
He's
Ladies
working
and
it,
gentlemen.
baby.
Blow the whistle.
He's working it. Blow your horn. Truckers, blow the horn.
And prostitute.
Blow the horn.
Blow your
The
John.
building.
This is for you, Bull Connor. It's for you, Bull Connor. Wallace.
Incredible, you guys. The
Wow.
moment to behold. I wish you guys could be here. No, I don't, because I wouldn't have been here. So I don't wish y'all would be here.
All of you people who did not think that people were not qualified, look at that right there.
Well, Steve, this is going to be special for you because you weren't able to participate in the Democratic
man.
convention, so you got to do this. Lewis Dix and Poetess got to go to that. So it all works out.
But you did both of them. That's messed up. They're screaming Obama.
Is it
Making
loud?
his way. It's loud.
Speedy, is everybody going crazy?
They're going bananas, man. Can you hear it?
Look at Laura Bush.
There's a couple of roaches that stopped to yell Obama.
So we finally got
The
our
roaches.
Michael Jordan now in the White House. There you go.
Yeah, we don't want it to be a...
He went, okay, he's going up to Bill Clinton right now. And
he's going with Bill Clinton.
Showing his respect to Hillary. How you like me now, he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, take your seats.
All right, everybody sitting down.
We're going to cut away and
For what?
listen in.
All right, here we go.
Your president.
We're live here, DC, baby. Speedy, Claudia, everyone back in Los Angeles. It's a moment to behold. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the chairman of the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, the Honorable Dianne Feinstein.
Mr. President and Vice President, Mr. President-elect and Vice President-elect, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the inauguration of the 44th President of the United States of America. The world is watching today as our great democracy engages in this peaceful transition of power. Here on the National Mall, where we remember the founders of our nation and those who fought to make it free, we gather to etch another line in the solid stone of history. The freedom of a people to choose its leaders is the root of liberty. In a world where political strife is too often settled with violence, we come here every 4 years to bestow the power of the presidency upon our democratically elected leader. Those who doubt the supremacy of the ballot over the bullet can never diminish the power engendered by nonviolent struggles for justice and equality, like the one that made this day possible. No triumph tainted by brutality could ever match the sweet victory of this hour and of what it means to those who marched and died to make it a reality. Our work is not yet finished, but future generations will mark this morning as the turning point for real and necessary change in our nation. They will look back and remember that this was the moment when the dream that once echoed across history from the steps of the Lincoln Memorial finally reached the walls of the White House. In that spirit, we today not only inaugurate a new administration, we pledge ourselves to the hope, the vision, the unity, and the renewed call to greatness inspired by the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama. Thank you, and God bless America. At this time, I call upon Dr. Rick Warren, pastor of the Saddleback Church in Lake Forest, California, to provide the invocation.
Let us pray. Almighty God, our Father, everything we see and everything we can't see exists because of you alone. It all comes from you. It all belongs to you. It all exists for your glory. History is your story. The Scripture tells us, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God. The Lord is one. And you are the compassionate and merciful one, and you are loving to everyone you have made." Now today, we rejoice not only in America's peaceful transfer of power for the 44th time, we celebrate a hinge point of history with the inauguration of our first African American President of the United States. We are so grateful to live in this land, a land of unequaled possibility, where the son of an African immigrant can rise to the highest level of our leadership. And we know today that Dr. King and a great cloud of witnesses are shouting in heaven, "Give to our new president, Barack Obama, the wisdom to lead us with humility, the courage to lead us with integrity, the compassion to lead us with generosity. Bless and protect him, his family, Vice President Biden, the cabinet, and every one of our freely elected leaders. Help us, O God, to remember that we are Americans, united not by race or religion or blood, but to our commitment to freedom and justice for all. When we focus on ourselves, when we fight each other, when we forget you, forgive us. When we presume that our greatness and our prosperity is ours alone, forgive us. When we fail to treat our fellow human beings and all the earth with the respect that they deserve, forgive us. And as we face these difficult days ahead, may we have a new birth of clarity in our aims, responsibility in our actions, humility in our approaches, and civility in our attitudes, even when we differ. Help us to share, to serve, and to seek the common good of all. May all people of goodwill today join together to work for a more just, a more healthy, and a more prosperous nation and a peaceful planet. And may we never forget that one day all nations and all people will stand accountable before you. We now commit our new president and his wife Michelle and his daughters Malia and Sasha into your loving care. I humbly ask this in the name of the one who changed my life, Yeshua, Isa, Jesus, Jesus, who taught us to pray, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen.
Amen.
I am so pleased to introduce world-renowned musical artist Aretha Franklin to sing My Country, 'Tis of Thee.
What's that? Oh, there she goes. She look good. Look at that hat. Beautiful. Aretha Franklin.
Expected more. In welcoming my colleague from Utah, the Honorable Robert Bennett.
So boy, gotta act like you know. How soft is inauguration?
It is my great honor to introduce Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States, John Paul Stevens, who will give the oath of office, administer the oath of office to the Vice President-elect. Will you all please stand?
Joe Biden is about to be sworn in.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but George Bush was looking at Barack at that moment. He kind of smiled at him a little bit.
Yeah.
He's real jealous right now. Why don't they like me like that?
So this Bible that's coming up, is that the one that... that Bible
I don't think he's going to be sworn on the same Bible.
Like him better because he's black.
Jr. do solemnly swear
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the
duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
The duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you, Mr. Justice.
Biden's in.
It's official.
It's official. Biden's in.
Cheney, kick rock. Cheney, beat it.
Beautiful, man. It's incredible. What a day. I like Joe Biden. JB. I'm going to start calling him JB.
Real East Coast.
Because we're right here but with him. That's JB, man.
Oh, it's interesting, some of the words that they're using, like saying, take this freely, peaceful transition. Because I'm assuming that there's times when our transition wasn't peaceful.
Lewis, do you want them to use equal terms or what?
No, I'm just saying that, that's...
Do you
I'm sure those
swear to run the ball?
I'm sure those words were put in there specifically.
What did you guys think about Aretha Franklin's performance?
Stop, Claudia.
She's Aretha.
I think she's
I thought she did good.
due for a feature.
She did well.
She's a little weak.
It is my pleasure to introduce a unique musical performance. Mr. Itzhak Perlman, violinist.
Don't know him.
Anthony McGill, clarinetist.
Don't know him.
Yo-Yo Ma, cellist.
Yo-Yo.
I know Yo-Yo.
Pianist, performing Air and Simple Gifts.
Mac 10 too.
A composition arranged for this occasion by John Williams.
Tom Jones.
Some Williams boys.
At least they didn't have the Jonas Brothers.
No, people are looking at us because they don't know how we even got up in here. It's hilarious because everybody below us are these old white guys, and Claudia's just going 51-50, and they keep looking at Claudia like, how did the?
I know they keep looking back.
Can we see your credentials, please, ma'am?
Again.
She must have won a contest.
For a fourth time.
Beautiful.
My battery's
Hey, we haven't seen Will Smith. Is he out there?
No, Will didn't come. Puffy didn't come either.
This should be it right here.
That was great.
Let me get my camera ready.
Gave a thumbs up. I'm gonna need you. My battery's out.
Barack is late.
It is my distinct honor to present the Chief Justice of the United States, the Honorable John G. Roberts, Jr., who will administer the presidential oath of office. Everyone, please stand.
Do we got to stand?
We're going to sign off and turn it over to our next president. Our president. Barack Hussein Obama. Keep it locked right here on the Foxxhole, Sirius 106, XM 149 for more details.
Are you prepared to take the oath, Senator?
I am.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear.
That I will execute the office of President to the United States faithfully.
That I will execute
faithfully the office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States faithfully.
And will, to the best of my ability.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
You did. Now, those sounds that you hear are cannons that are being released. I hope they are.
Are we on? I don't think we're on.
Yeah, I think we're on. Are we on? New York? Beautiful.
Okay, I just dropped a tear. Look at.
It is my great personal honor
Speedy, you crying?
to present the 44th President of these United States, Barack Obama.
Our president is at the podium, looking good.
We will not talk no more.
Thank you. Thank you. My fellow citizens, I stand here today humbled by the task before us, grateful for the trust you've bestowed, mindful of the sacrifices borne by our ancestors. I thank President Bush for his service to our nation. As well as the generosity and cooperation he has shown throughout this transition. 44 Americans have now taken the presidential oath. The words have been spoken during rising tides of prosperity and the still waters of peace. Yet, every so often, the oath is taken amidst gathering clouds and raging storms. At these moments, America has carried on not simply because of the skill or vision of those in high office, but because we, the people, have remained faithful to the ideals of our forebears and true to our founding documents. So it has been, so it must be with this generation of Americans. That we are in the midst of crisis is now well understood. Our nation is at war against a far-reaching network of violence and hatred. Our economy is badly weakened, a consequence of greed and irresponsibility on the part of some, but also our collective failure to make hard choices and prepare the nation for a new age. Homes have been lost, jobs shed, businesses shuttered. Our health care is too costly, our schools fail too many, and each day brings further evidence that the ways we use energy strengthen our adversaries and threaten our planet. These are the indicators of crisis, subject to data and statistics. Less measurable, but no less profound, is a sapping of confidence across our land. A nagging fear that America's decline is inevitable, that the next generation must lower its sights. Today, I say to you that the challenges we face are real. They are serious and they are many. They will not be met easily or in a short span of time. But know this, America, they will be met. On this day, we gather because we have chosen hope over fear, unity of purpose over conflict and discord. On this day, we come to proclaim an end to the petty grievances and false promises, the recriminations and worn-out dogmas that for far too long have strangled our politics. We remain a young nation, but in the words of Scripture, the time has come to set aside childish things. The time has come to reaffirm our enduring spirit, to choose our better history, to carry forward that precious gift, that noble idea passed on from generation to generation, the God-given promise that all are equal, all are free, and all deserve a chance to pursue their full measure of happiness. In reaffirming the greatness of our nation, we understand that greatness is never a given. It must be earned. Our journey has never been one of shortcuts or settling for less. It has not been the path for the faint-hearted, for those who prefer leisure over work or seek only the pleasures of riches and fame. Rather, it has been the risk-takers, the doers, the makers of things, some celebrated, but more often men and women obscure in their labor, who have carried us up the long, rugged path towards prosperity and freedom. For us, they packed up their few worldly possessions and traveled across oceans in search of a new life. For us, they toiled in sweatshops and settled the West, endured the lash of the whip, and plowed the hard earth. For us, they fought and died in places like Concord and Gettysburg, Normandy and Quezon. Time and again, these men and women struggled and sacrificed and worked till their hands were raw so that we might live a better life. They saw America as bigger than the sum of our individual ambitions, greater than all the differences of birth or wealth or faction. This is the journey we continue today. We remain the most prosperous, powerful nation on earth. Our workers are no less productive than when this crisis began. Our minds are no less inventive, our goods and services no less needed than they were last week or last month or last year. Our capacity remains undiminished. But our time of standing pat, of protecting narrow interests and putting off unpleasant decisions, that time has surely passed. Starting today, we must pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and begin again the work of remaking America. For everywhere we look, there is work to be done. The state of our economy calls for action, bold and swift, and we will act, not only to create new jobs, but to lay a new foundation for growth. We will build the roads and bridges, the electric grids and digital lines that feed our commerce and bind us together. We will restore science to its rightful place and wield technology's wonders to raise healthcare's quality and lower its cost. We will harness the sun and the winds and the soil to fuel our cars and run our factories, and we will transform our schools and colleges and universities to meet the demands of a new age. All this we can do. All this we will do. Now, there are some who question the scale of our ambitions, who suggest that our system cannot tolerate too many big plans. Their memories are short, for they have forgotten what this country has already done, what free men and women can achieve when imagination is joined to common purpose and necessity to courage. What the cynics fail to understand is that the ground has shifted beneath them, that the stale political arguments that have consumed us for so long no longer apply. The question we ask today is not whether our government is too big or too small, but whether it works, whether it helps families find jobs at a decent wage, care they can afford, a retirement that is dignified. Where the answer is yes, we intend to move forward. Where the answer is no, programs will end. And those of us who manage the public's dollars will be held to account to spend wisely, reform bad habits, and do our business in the light of day, because only then can we restore the vital trust between a people and their government. Nor is the question before us whether the market is a force for good or ill. Its power to generate wealth and expand freedom is unmatched. But this crisis has reminded us that without a watchful eye, the market can spin out of control. The nation cannot prosper long when it favors only the prosperous. The success of our economy has always depended not just on the size of our gross domestic product, but on the reach of our prosperity, on the ability to extend opportunity to every willing heart. Not out of charity, but because it is the surest route to our common good. As for our common defense, we reject as false the choice between our safety and our ideals. Our founding fathers, faced with perils that we can scarcely imagine, drafted a charter to assure the rule of law and the rights of man, a charter expanded by the blood of generations. Those ideals still light the world, and we will not give them up for expedience sake. And so, to all the other peoples and governments who are watching today, from the grandest capitals to the small village where my father was born, know that America is a friend of each nation and every man, woman, and child who seeks a future of peace and dignity, and we are ready to lead once more. Recall that earlier generations faced down fascism and communism not just with missiles and tanks, but with the sturdy alliances and enduring convictions. They understood that our power alone cannot protect us, nor does it entitle us to do as we please. Instead, they knew that our power grows through its prudent use. Our security emanates from the justness of our cause, the force of our example, the tempering qualities of humility and restraint. We are the keepers of this legacy. Guided by these principles once more, we can meet those new threats that demand even greater effort, even greater cooperation and understanding between nations. We will begin to responsibly leave Iraq to its people and forge a hard-earned peace in Afghanistan. With old friends and former foes, we will work tirelessly to lessen the nuclear threat and roll back the specter of a warming planet. We will not apologize for our way of life, nor will we waver in its defense. And for those who seek to advance their aims by inducing terror and slaughtering innocents, we say to you now that our spirit is stronger and cannot be broken. You cannot outlast us, and we will defeat you. For we know that our patchwork heritage is a strength, not a weakness. We are a nation of Christians and Muslims, Jews and Hindus, and non-believers. We are shaped by every language and culture, drawn from every end of this earth. And because we have tasted the bitter swill of civil war and segregation and emerged from that dark chapter stronger and more united, we cannot help but believe that the old hatreds shall someday pass, that the lines of tribes shall soon dissolve, that as the world grows smaller, our common humanity shall reveal itself, and that America must play its role in ushering in a new era of peace. To the Muslim world, we seek a new way forward based on mutual interest and mutual respect. To those leaders around the globe who seek to sow conflict or blame their society's ills on the West, know that your people will judge you on what you can build, not what you destroy. To those who cling to power through corruption and deceit and the silencing of dissent, know that you are on the wrong side of history, but that we will extend a hand if you are willing to unclench your fist. To the people of poor nations, we pledge to work alongside you to make your farms flourish and let clean waters flow, to nourish starved bodies and feed hungry minds. And to those nations like ours that enjoy relative plenty, we say we can no longer afford indifference to the suffering outside our borders, nor can we consume the world's resources without regard to effect. For the world has changed, and we must change with it. As we consider the road that unfolds before us, we remember with humble gratitude those brave Americans who, at this very hour, patrol far-off deserts and distant mountains. They have something to tell us, just as the fallen heroes who lie in Arlington whisper through the ages. We honor them not only because they are the guardians of our liberty, but because they embody the spirit of service, a willingness to find meaning in something greater than themselves. And yet, at this moment, a moment that will define a generation, it is precisely this spirit that must inhabit us all. For as much as government can do and must do, it is ultimately the faith and determination of the American people upon which this nation relies. It is the kindness to take in a stranger when the levees break, the selflessness of workers who would rather cut their hours than see a friend lose a job which sees us through our darkest hours. It is the firefighter's courage to storm a stairway filled with smoke, but also a parent's willingness to nurture a child that finally decides our fate. Our challenges may be new. The instruments with which we meet them may be new. But those values upon which our success depends, honesty and hard work, courage and fair play, tolerance and curiosity, loyalty and patriotism, these things are old. These things are true. They have been the quiet force of progress throughout our history. What is demanded then is a return to these truths. What is required of us now is a new era of responsibility, a recognition on the part of every American that we have duties to ourselves, our nation, and the world. Duties that we do not grudgingly accept, but rather seize gladly, firm in the knowledge that there is nothing so satisfying to the spirit, so defining of our character, than giving our all to a difficult task. This is the price and the promise of citizenship. This is the source of our confidence, the knowledge that God calls on us to shape an uncertain destiny. This is the meaning of our liberty and our creed, why men and women and children of every race and every faith can join in celebration across this magnificent mall. And why a man whose father less than 60 years ago might not have been served at a local restaurant can now stand before you to take a most sacred oath. So let us mark this day with remembrance of who we are and how far we have traveled. In the year of America's birth, in the coldest of months, a small band of patriots huddled by dying campfires on the shores of an icy river. The capital was abandoned. The enemy was advancing. The snow was stained with blood. At a moment when the outcome of our revolution was most in doubt, the father of our nation ordered these words be read to the people. Let it be told to the future world that in the depth of winter, when nothing but hope and virtue could survive, that the city and the country, alarmed at one common danger, came forth to meet it. America, in the face of our common dangers, in this winter of our hardship, let us remember these timeless words. With hope and virtue, let us brave once more the icy currents and endure what storms may come. Let it be said by our children's children that when we were tested, we refused to let this journey end, that we did not turn back nor did we falter. And with eyes fixed on the horizon and God's grace upon us, we carried forth that great gift of freedom and delivered it safely to future generations. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless the United States of America.
Incredible.
Wow. Speedy, you are crying.
Nah, see what was that lady was crying and some tears. You know what, man? This is beautiful, bro.
Look at Barack Obama.
It's a beautiful thing, y'all. People are cheering.
We just heard the speech of President Barack Obama. You're just tuning in. You're listening to the Foxxhole Sirius 106, XM 149. I am the Poetess. We have in the LA studios Lewis Dix, Kyle Irby, and Shelley Alexander. In DC, we have Speedy and Claudia.
George Bush just hugged Barack Obama.
Yeah, because he was staring at him.
Let me tell you something. When Barack was speaking and he was getting applause, you should have seen the look on George Bush's
Now
face.
this is the good part now, y'all. Now people have to find their way back to where they were. And we're not leaving until the grass, I can see the grass. I'm not leaving.
Y'all ain't leaving until Barack is clear out of the area.
Pretty much. Yeah, the whole city's locked down, I think, until, 6 o'clock they said?
Well, I have
Our new
the
president.
distinct pleasure of introducing an American poet, Elizabeth Alexander.
Oh, for what?
I was about to say Maya Angelou. But
She did Clinton.
Oh, did she? Because
Yeah.
they said that Bush left Barack a note. Every outgoing president leaves the
cute.
incoming president a note.
Yeah, she looks
left
like,
him a note.
what's the singer that
Jill
passed away?
Scott.
She's beautiful.
George Bush and George.
Are the people moving in and out, or are they still?
What's the vibe like right now out there?
Everybody's
you guys?
kind of chilling.
Praise song for the day.
Some people are leaving.
Each day we go about our business, walking past each other, catching each other's eyes or not, about to speak or speaking. All about us is noise. All about us is noise and bramble, thorn and din, each one of our ancestors on our tongues. Someone is stitching up a hem, darning a hole in a uniform, patching a tire, repairing the things in need of repair. Someone is trying to make music somewhere with a pair of wooden spoons on an oil drum, with cello, boombox, harmonica, voice. A woman and her son wait for the bus. A farmer considers the changing sky. A teacher says, "Take out your pencils. Begin." We encounter each other in words, words spiny or smooth, whispered or declaimed, words to consider, reconsider. We cross dirt roads and highways that mark the will of someone and then others who said, "I need to see what's on the other side. I know there's something better down the road. We need to find a place where we are safe. We walk into that which we cannot yet see." Say it plain, that many have died for this day. Sing the names of the dead who brought us here, who laid the train tracks, raised the bridges, picked the cotton and the lettuce, built brick by brick the glittering edifices they would then keep clean and work inside of. Praise song for struggle. Praise song for the day. Praise song for every hand-lettered sign, the figuring it out at kitchen tables. Some live by love thy neighbor as thyself. Others by first do no harm or take no more than you need. What if the mightiest word is love? Love beyond marital, filial, national. Love that casts a widening pool of light. Love with no need to preempt grievance. In today's sharp sparkle, this winter air, anything can be made, any sentence begun. On the brink, on the brim, on the cusp, praise song for walking forward in that light.
Very nice poem.
That was a little lackluster to me.
Yeah. You know what I was just sitting there thinking? I was looking at the people
They're
behind.
looking at Claudia.
Now it's my privilege to introduce the Reverend Dr. Joseph E. Lowry.
Go ahead,
to
Lewis.
deliver the
And I was just
benediction.
wondering, you know how they vet all the people around you.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you got family members that you want to make sure that they know, okay, I got this job, don't mess it up.
Oh, yes.
If they went through Barack's, and Michelle people, like Michelle's brother, he's a basketball coach, he's all right.
You know what this is like?
But
It's like going to Easter Sunday service.
They should have got Tina Davina to do that.
It's like
poem.
Easter Sunday service.
Way better.
And the pastor's finished.
Of our
But
weary
they held
years,
you a little bit longer because the offering plate got to come back around.
I'm ready to go.
God of our silent tears.
Oh.
Thou who has brought us thus far along the way. Thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path, we pray.
Those guys gonna beat you up, Claudia.
Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee, lest our hearts drunk with the wine of the world,
He said wine.
we forget thee. Shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to thee, O God, and true to our native land. We truly give thanks for the glorious experience we've shared this day. We pray now, O Lord, for your blessing upon thy servant, Barack Obama, the 44th President of these United States, his family, and his administration. He has come to this high office at a low moment in the national and indeed the global fiscal climate. But because we know you got the whole world in your hands, we pray for not only our nation, but for the community of nations. Our faith does not shrink, though pressed by the flood of mortal ills. For we know that, Lord, you're able and you're willing to work through faithful leadership to restore stability, mend our brokenness, heal our wounds, and deliver us from the exploitation of the poor, or the least of these, and from favoritism toward the rich, the elite of these. We thank you for the empowering of thy servant, our 44th President, to inspire our nation to believe that, yes, we can work together to achieve a more perfect union. And while we have sown the seeds of greed, the wind of greed and corruption, and even as we reap the whirlwind of social and economic disruption, we seek forgiveness, and we come in the spirit of unity and solidarity to commit our support to our President by our willingness to make sacrifices, to respect your creation, to turn to each other and not on each other. And now, Lord, in the complex arena of human relations, help us to make choices on the side of love, not hate, on the side of inclusion, not exclusion, tolerance, not intolerance. And as we leave this mountaintop, help us to hold on to the spirit of fellowship and the oneness of our family. Let us take that power back to our homes, our workplaces, our churches, our temples, our mosques, wherever we seek your will. Bless President Barack, First Lady Michelle. Look over our little angelic Sasha and Malia. We go now to walk together, children, pledging that we won't get weary in the difficult days ahead. We know you will not leave us alone with your hands of power and your heart of love. Help us then now, Lord, to work for that day when nation shall not lift up sword against nation, when tanks will be beaten into tractors, when every man and every woman shall sit under his or her own vine and fig tree, and none shall be afraid. When justice will roll down like waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. Lord, in the memory of all the saints who from their labors rest, and in the joy of a new beginning.
You made it.
Silly Claudia.
Okay.
Say, apologize to Claudia. Apologize.
Hey, the Foxxhole.
That's your apology?
Yes.
Oh, wow. You heard the exclusive apology from That was a beautiful prayer, Claudia. Once again, we'd like to thank Sirius 106. We'd like to thank XFM 149 for giving us the opportunity to come down here to do this.
Please rise for the singing of our national
I am
anthem
so appreciative of
by
this
the United
moment.
States Navy Sea Chanters Chorus. Following the anthem,
be able to
please
remember
remain in place while the presidential party exits the platform. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
A lot of people are not going to work today.
No, there's a lot of people there. They here.
You see, come on, Speedy.
So proudly we hail.
You know, Speedy don't know the words.
Whose cross stripes and bright stars to the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran the hail of bursting in air, came through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave, for the land of the free and the home of the great.
Q 50 Cent.
Yes. It's a party, y'all. It's time to party. I think we got passes to go some type of ball tonight, do we?
No, we don't.
Claudia,
No,
we don't have nothing?
We don't have anything.
Did you guys do
Anybody
any
we
flash
call?
mic stuff there?
Yeah, we got the flash mics. That don't mean nothing.
You didn't interview anyone?
Nope.
I interviewed Claudia. Who'd you
And by
interview,
the
Claudia?
way,
Wait a minute, who did Claudia interview?
by the way, I wanted to mention Michelle's dress is lemongrass yellow.
Yeah, we know it was yellow a little bit.
All right, folks, it's official.
It's official.
President
Get your life
Barack
together.
Hussein Obama. No
And
more
let's not-
excuses. No more
Let's not hate too much because we really must also say all the good work that Bush did in Africa.
Sure he did.
Name one
He did a lot of good work in
Yeah, he
Africa.
sent a lot of shit
over there.
Name three things. You stole a lot of time.
Probably got some oil in return.
I can't really.
What he
We
got
definitely want to thank all our troops overseas for listening to us as opposed to all the other stations. We have other stations right next to us. We have another XM station that's right next to us.
Right.
Who's a lot more professional than we are.
They sound like a real
You
brunch.
sound like you really went to school for it.
They didn't come. Not one.
We making the same. Well,
You mentioned the soldiers for listening to us. I want to thank the soldiers for working for us and fighting
Yes.
for us and securing our rights and
you
freedom.
got a text earlier today from who, Claudia? My man in Australia?
Oh, yeah, James, one of our faithful listeners on the Foxxhole, James Marsh, want to send him a shout out. He's over there in Australia. He has been up like probably 24 hours, I think, listening.
Yeah.
Like very excited about the inauguration. He's
All the
watching
other
it.
countries are just bananas about this.
Sent me a instant message that came to my phone, so I just want to give him a special shout out. All our Facebook fans, MySpace listeners.
So now people are leaving and, they're shaking hands with people they know and don't know. And you can see people kind of like shuttling out. The porta potties are all filled up. There's lines around the corner to go.
Filled up.
Yeah, well.
Kind of a dookie flush. A dookie flush.
Hey,
Okay, Michelle Obama is leaving.
Hey guys, does it look like it's going to be a big cleanup mess there? Looks like a
Well,
lot.
you know what? People are not really just throwing stuff everywhere. They kind of was telling people to kind of do that as we were here. Like on the news channels, they were mentioning that they had commercials and things like
People
that.
have been really respectful. I see way more trash in the convention than here. This is way more people.
Yeah. Because I would have
Claudia
thought.
and Claudia and Speedy?
Yes.
We got some. We're going to take some calls.
Let's do that.
We want to
ain't got nothing
encourage
to do.
everyone to call in now and let us know your feeling about our new president. Call us up on the lines at 877-2106-106.
And we have Michael Collier. He's on the line. He called in right now. We're going to go right back to Michael Collier.
Hey, Michael. You in another corner?
Michael Collier, can you hear us? Mike.
And for the listeners that are listening, you hear the background music because Claudia and Speedy are actually broadcasting from Washington, D.C.
We're live.
Right in the mix of everything. And we're broadcasting here in Los Angeles. Lewis Dix, myself, the
Get this
Poetess,
band to shut up.
Kyle Irby, and Shelly Alexander.
Hey, we can see you now, Speedy. What color jacket do you have on?
I have on a black jacket.
Are you suited in the booty?
Throw my hands in the air. You see my hands?
Are you in a suit?
All we see is your arms going
He is
downward.
He is not in a suit.
Not in a suit?
No. I have 4 pairs of pants on.
Claudia bought all her clothes from Los Angeles.
I got them all on at one
She got
time.
on L.A. clothes, and they're not working against this
My
East Coast
fingertips are
wind.
frozen. People are streaming out in a very orderly fashion.
Yes, nobody running.
You know, I did notice when we were trying to run up here to get to our podium,
Yes.
our area, I see a lot of elderly people that clearly have been here probably since 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and they had
Yeah.
those aluminum kind of wraps on them, and they were shivering.
They look like little Hot Pockets. I'm sorry, look like old Hot Pockets.
And one of them looked so cold.
Who are they?
and miserable. Had,
Who are they doing?
Cold
Who's
drip.
You know them?
Little ice. It's like Merv Griffin.
Are you guys near the CNN people who are broadcasting?
We got to see
Wolf
where
Blitzer and them.
Let's see
No,
where
all
they
the TV people are across from us, and we're on the left-hand side of the stage.
Is that them right there?
Maybe we can go to that area to be able to broadcast.
So Barack's speech was about 18 minutes.
Okay.
And Barack is our 5th youngest president of the United States.
Poetess, I think
Oh,
we
look
have
at John
Michael
Kerry.
Collier.
John Kerry.
Where's John Kerry?
Look straight ahead.
We have Michael Collier on the line. You there, Michael?
Why the long face, John?
Well, we
Yeah,
can
we
hear
hear
you,
him a
but you
little
need a
bit.
new cell phone.
Oh, no, this is a good cell phone. All right,
I can't tell.
I'm going to go back out in the cold. Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yeah,
you had
there
a
you
George
go.
Bush cell phone a minute ago.
Y'all going bananas over here. I'm over here with Clifton Powell and Hawthorne James, and we had to go inside the club to watch it. It's too cold to be outside with them people at, man. But
That's why we get the big bucks.
man, it is so, the mood here is so great, man. I mean, you can feel this energy in the air. And you know what? It reminds me of 911.
I think we can hardly hear Mike.
Hey, Michael, get a landline. Call us from a landline.
Yeah, because I hear the cell phones are not working properly out there.
Yeah, they're not.
You guys having issues with
Yeah, we
yours?
can't even. We're not even making where we are. You can't use your cell phone because we're so close
Claudia,
to
are
where the
you
president is.
receiving text? Because I'm about to text you.
Yeah, I can get
That
text
sounds so
messages.
ghetto.
It's okay. I get text messages, but I can't get phone calls. And every time I try to make a phone call, it drops immediately.
Yeah, no, my phone turns off. Literally turns off.
Well, that's
if I
because you
try to
didn't pay
make a
the
call.
bill.
That's because, yeah, you
Oh, is
didn't
that what
pay
it
your
is?
bill.
Totally different reason. My phone.
I had this. I just bought this phone from Philadelphia when the Eagles were in the playoffs. They were on sale. So.
You know what? Did you guys see Clarence Thomas? I just saw a picture of him.
Nah.
No, he had a Coke though. He had a Coke in his hand.
Yeah, with a pubic hair on the tip.
Claudia,
pubic hair.
we are not going there today.
Listen, I'm
So
not
did
going
the
to
government do
change
something to cell phones, Speedy?
Yeah, if you get, I don't know what that means.
I think they deducted Speedy's child support from his phone bill, so now let it work.
But is there some type of scramble? Are they scrambling the
Took it
signal?
right out of his
From what
minute.
we were told, this young lady that I met last night, who has a friend with Secret Service, was saying that.
Oh, you had to drop that in there. That you met a young lady
drop that
at
in
Marshall's.
there. Yeah, and she was saying that the cell phones, when you're close to where Barack is, they're shutting them down because people use those as remotes.
You can detonate a bomb with them,
Yeah.
so they don't want to be able to.
So they made sure that if you're anywhere in the vicinity where he's going to be, they made sure cell phones didn't work.
We got to talk about the Cadillac.
What Cadillac?
The Cadillac
The
that Barack.
Beast.
Did you guys get a look at Barack's Cadillac?
No.
What Cadillac?
The new car.
The Cadillac One.
No.
It's a new limousine. It's the 2009 Cadillac presidential limousine, and it's called the Beast.
Now,
And
why did they do Cadillac? Because they know black folks like Cadillac.
You know why I got it.
No, we
You
do.
know what? They
We
say
have
that
a
this car is tough enough to withstand a rocket-propelled grenade.
Wow.
Oh, I might need that.
Well, Biggie needed that car.
Yeah, where's that when Biggie needed it?
And now the movie out and the car came out. This is wrong, man.
Came out 8 years too late.
Pac could have used that one.
Sure could have.
So now I guess they're getting ready for the big parade, and Obama will use the limousine during the parade down Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah, we're not doing the parade. We ain't doing no live.
I will be eating some
We
chicken
love y'all. Sirius, XFM, we love. Oh, I gotta tell you guys, the studio, the XFM studio is off the chain.
Keep calling it XFM. It's XFM.
You guys sound like you buy some horses.
Yeah.
Horses walking by.
No, that's something else. But the studio here is off the chain, you guys.
That's beautiful.
It's bananas.
Hey, the temperature. We have a phone call.
Go
Hi,
ahead.
we have William from Texas on the phone. Hi, William.
William.
Hey, what's going on?
Big Willie Will.
What's happening with
you? Going to get that new Cadillac?
Nah, I just got me a Chevy Silverado, man.
Are you in a helicopter?
What's that?
What's going on? Hold on.
William, what's your comment?
Oh, man, I'm just excited about it. You know, it's well overdue that we have an African American in the White House. I think he's earned his keep. And I'm happy about it. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to the things that are going to come in the next 4 years with the military. We may be getting out of Iraq here soon, so I'm highly excited about it.
Okay, my thing is it long overdue or is it just the perfect time? Because I don't know.
You know what? I wouldn't say it's the perfect
Who else
time.
could have been president if we look at our history? Who else do you feel could have done what Barack has done? With a clean background, with the whole nine.
Yeah, it took a while to get a qualified candidate.
Right. So is it the perfect time or is it long overdue? Or have other African Americans been overlooked to be president? Or could have been
literally lined up for him.
Yeah, it had
for this situation. Nobody else. I don't think that Hillary could have came in and really changed anything as far as the economy and really made you believe that she could change the economy. But it would have been nice to see a woman in that position. But I think Barack, when you look in his eyes and you see him and he speaks and you go, I think this brother can get it done, man. I really do believe he can get it done.
I honestly do as well.
Call in 8772-106-106 is the number.
Oh my God! I think a cold front just came in. It just dropped like 10 degrees.
Yeah, because everybody moved out. All that body heat is gone.
Well, the sun was on us, and some clouds just came in, and I'm not gonna be able to make it. Oh my God!
There was one year that I was reading at an inaugural, and I'll get the name of the president, but it was like snowing. The weather was so bad that this president ended up dying a month later after his office because from pneumonia.
That should be easy to find out who that is.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
Shortest run.
And who didn't make it out the gate?
Right now they're showing on TV President Barack Obama and former President George W. Bush walking down some steps.
I would love it if Barack threw the Heisman on him right now. Just put the Heisman on that.
So we're on one side of the Capitol, and I think they're on the other side of the Capitol now.
We have Michael Collier again. He's calling from a landline this time,
Thank you. There you go.
I refuse to give up, man. Did y'all
Don't give up. Don't give up, Michael.
Man, I'm the Barack Obama of comedy, man. I'm not giving up. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, what's the vibe out there like, Mike?
I'm telling you, it is so electric out here, but it reminds me, though, of when 9/11 hit, and everybody was cooperative with everybody. You know, the white folks are walking up to us, and they're cheering. I talked to one white guy, and I asked him, I said, man, did you vote for Barack? And he said, no, I voted for John McCain. I said, then why are you looking so happy? He said, because Barack won, and I'm still pulling for Barack, you know? And it was it was amazing. And I'm standing right here with Hawthorne James, you know, the guy who played Red in the 5 Heartbeats. And he was also the driver in the movie Speed. He was a bus driver. He want to yell and tell y'all how good he feel right now. Y'all got a minute?
Well,
yeah, put him on.
Anybody for Big Red?
If I'm not mistaken, who produced the
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Kicking it with Chris Tucker's mom. So we're noticing that now. But go ahead, my man.
Oh, man, it's a wonderful day today, man.
Good to have you on there, too.
It's great to be on here. It's just marvelous to see all the people and the support. If we can get everybody on the same page, we'd be fine, and he can do it.
That's all he's talking about, getting everybody on the same page so we can get everything done that needs to be done so we can move this country ahead, move the world ahead.
Tell our listeners what you've done, man, so they'll know.
Say what?
He was saying to tell the listeners what you've done. You guys all know this brother from Big Red and the 5 Heartbeats, also the bus driver, Speed.
Yeah, give us that line from Big Red with
man, everybody know that line. I don't have to say that line.
Say the line.
Everybody know that line.
Let me tell you something.
Say
Sir,
the line, man.
if Barack needs your help, can he get you if your office hours are closed?
Everybody knows my office hours. You know what they are?
What are your office hours, brother?
They from 9 to 5, baby. No doubt, baby.
Appreciate the call. Appreciate getting on the line, baby.
All right, mate. Hold on back there.
Sirius 106.
Hey, you know what? I got in, man. I got Cliff and Powell, man.
Put Cliff on the phone.
Pinky from Friday After Next. And he's sitting here with a lamb chop in his hand. Go on, Pinky. Oh, shit. Oh, we got a black president. It's Pinky. No. Hey.
What's up, man?
Hey,
man, is this the most incredible thing in the world?
What's up, man?
This is the most incredible thing I've ever seen. I'm from D.C., man, and remember when Kennedy was shot and King, and this is just, incredible. How you doing, buddy?
And it's good to hear your voice. This is Speedy.
And Claudia.
And Claudia.
Hey, Claudia. Is that Claudia?
Yes.
Hey, Claudia, how you doing?
Good. I want to say to you a special thank you because we were having a discussion last night with Jamie Foxx. There's a few big-time black celebrities that didn't make it out here, who thought it was too hectic. And to all the people like you and all the people that are with you, Michael Colley, that made the effort to come out here, it's so much appreciated and respected. So we're glad to have you out here.
I am so honored to be a part of this. I'm here with my lady friend and my oldest son. And it's just incredible to be from D.C. and see the numbers of people that are here. Everybody's so loving and so peaceful. It's an incredible day for the country. So I'm glad to be here. I missed Jamie's party last night, but I'm with him in spirit. Yes.
You didn't miss nothing.
Yeah, you didn't miss nothing. Cliff, for those who don't know, Cliff has been around for a minute. He's done a lot of plays. When he was young, he played Nightfall. Because he was real dark, so usually the sun would leave and they would have Cliff walk out and he would play Midnight.
No, I was in the Harriet Tubman Players in 1862. Then I died and came back with the Booker T. Washington Players. But you know what I thank God for, man, is I came out of D.C. and I graduated in 74, and I went to Emerson College, and I got 580 on my SAT, and I spoke to some of the high school kids yesterday about education. And I had great teachers, and I had great support systems, and I had great people in my life and I just got to L.A. and just wanted to be a working actor, and I thank God for being able to be a working actor, man. And being respected by your African-American folks is incredible. So I'm honored to be the last living actor ever.
Score on air anymore.
Okay. Hey, Speedy.
Yes.
I'm going to put Michael Collier back on. Claudia, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, Cliff Pal.
We love you. Who's that?
Lewis Dix. What's up?
What's up, Lou?
How you doing, buddy?
Man,
I'm going to call you.
Please call me Lou. Hey,
right,
listen, I'm going to put Michael Collier back on the phone. We love y'all, man. And in the words of Dr. King, the dream has finally come true. Now it doesn't matter now. The dream has finally come true. So we love y'all. Hold on. Lewis, Claudia, Speedy, man, I love y'all. The Foxxhole is doing it big like they always do. And we down here in D.C. at Jordan's 8, we eating shrimp and lobster, and we laughing and celebrating the greatest man in my lifetime, man, Barack Obama. I love y'all. Thank you for letting us holler at y'all today.
All right, y'all have fun and be safe out there.
All right, thank you. God bless.
Oh, and the president that I was talking about that died from pneumonia a month after inaugural was William Henry Harrison.
Wow.
He actually, his speech was an hour and 40 minutes, and he actually rode a horse to and from the Capitol with no coat on. So he caught a cold, and it turned into pneumonia, and
then he died.
And then he died a month later.
He did. The bottom line, he died like a mug.
Kyle said his speech was longer than his term.
Oh, wow. Who's waiting?
Oh, he's in the helicopter?
Oh,
yeah, that's George Bush. That's George Bush rolling out.
Who's in the helicopter? George Bush?
Yes,
sir.
Is he leaving?
He's gone.
Leaving.
Bye.
Taking him to
Good
Texas.
riddance.
Bounce.
George out. George said, I'm out. I've done mine. Y'all beat me up. Y'all can have it, Barack.
Now, so you guys, are you going to attend the parade?
No. I am a popsicle right now. I need to get some more blood flowing through my legs.
It's hard to believe you're cold, Speedy.
Do you have on hat and gloves and all that stuff, or you just dolo solo?
Or you just got your layers around you?
No, we are. It's really, the temperature.
No, it's cold,
really
Pimp, trust me.
It was pleasant, and as soon as Barack left, it just got about.
Now I can see the grass, and I can see the chairs that they had lined up for everybody.
Can someone, maybe George Bush can come pick us up in the helicopter? We need to ride back.
He just left.
So. It's cold as hell.
Well, now I guess what's taking place is they're having the inaugural luncheon, and then
I'm
the
hungry.
president
Let's go there.
and the vice president will head over to Pennsylvania Avenue to the White House and leading a procession of ceremonial.
Are they spending the night tonight?
We are here until Thursday night.
Yeah, they go in tonight. They go into the house tonight.
Oh, you're not talking
We ain't talking about you, Speedy.
Talking about
you ain't staying at the White House.
You guys see a lot of campers out there and
No
RVs?
campers. A lot of RVs. Nobody a lot of white people with backpacks. Brothers wasn't doing no backpacks because they wouldn't let you get close to this area with a backpack.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What they said, no, we ain't doing that. They let you do it at the Olympics and then.
People are filing out. It's emptying out. I don't know where everybody's gonna go. It's probably gonna be hectic.
And they got people taking pictures up the stairs right before where Barack was at, right below that where the band was playing. People have come up on there. They're taking pictures and holding up band pieces.
A lot of interesting hairstyles. I seen a Jerry curl.
Oh my goodness! We seen a couple with a camouflage one-piece jumpsuit. I told Claudia that's love right there. That's true love right there.
Hey, we have a caller on the line.
It's not Michael Collier again.
Tommy from New York.
Tommy!
Lock his call.
Go ahead, Tommy.
Yeah, as I was saying to the lady I spoke to, I'm a 53-year-old black male. I've got 2 grown biracial children. I've been married to a white woman for 32 years, so this day is doubly important to me.
Wow.
It shows me that finally America is accepting black men especially as their equal. And it tells my children that you're no different than any other kid. Look at our president. Look at my president. Whatever you want to be in this country, it's finally shown. You can really do it. And I am, for the first time in my life, happy to say, my president.
Amen to that, Tommy.
Thanks, Tommy.
Wow, Tommy, you sound like a really special guy.
And he's married too, Lewis. Look at that.
No, I'm serious, man.
He's married, man. Unlike you.
Teaching his kids the right thing.
Can we go
Hey, Tommy, thanks for calling in.
Shelly,
appreciate the call too, man.
Appreciate that, Tommy. That's real. He's setting
Claudia, I don't think we can go because there's nowhere to go.
No, please. I'll get on the subway. I'm so cold right now.
How do you guys? Are you guys meeting somebody? How do you guys know when your ride is there?
We are pretty much stuck. What we're gonna do though, what we're gonna do for you guys. I got my camera, Claudia got hers, and we're gonna try to take pictures of some of the most weirdest things that people have put Barack's face on and the family.
I know Claudia is good at doing that.
Yeah, I'm running, my battery's dying though. But I'm gonna have to use Speedy's camera.
I wanted to ask you, any protesters down there?
None.
No protesters.
None. This has been a very This is probably the most peaceful gathering of this large amount of people. Like I've heard of no incidents.
It was like going to a Jackson's concert. You knew nothing was gonna happen there.
Now, what about the ladies at night, Speedy?
It's
the street walk.
And you know what? For those who remember how D.C. was back in the day, where right by the White House you had all the crime and the drugs.
Right.
They cleaned all that up. All that is pretty much gone, man.
And Barack says that that's going to be an ongoing thing. That he plans to clean up
D.C.
He plans to clean up D.C.
Southeast and everything.
It's pretty much cleaned up.
D.C.
It's gonna be rough.
We have another call.
Hi, we have Vincent from Florida. Hi, Vincent.
Oh, now, Claudia.
Hey, that was Poetess, but hey, how are you?
Oh, fine, and you?
I'm freezing.
Oh,
but it's
I noticed. Thank God for that. You know, it's a historical moment has arisen. You know, it has finally came. The dream is here. Beautiful. You know, yes, it is. And you know, I wanted to give Jamie a shout out. You know, about all the effort and the work that he did. You know, from the beginning to the end, I was right there with him, and I listened to the Fox show. I'm talking about that's all I ever listened to. And my wife, you know, I want her to know that she's part of this movement, you know. She finally took the time to go to vote for the first time, and I'm talking about she was so enthused, and you could just see how grateful things was happening and how people was moved. All the support, it's like my daughter.
Guys, we got to break in just for 1 second because we got to get out of here. We're there. Everyone's packing up, so we want to sign off. It's Speedy in the house. My show is airing this week. We're going to do it live from here in D.C. We have some people off the street going to be there. Claudia's going to be there. We got to get out of here. We want to thank everybody. Claudia, go ahead.
Just been an honor to be here and you guys back in L.A. holding it down. We'll be back with you guys this Friday. It's been an honor. Congratulations to our country for seeing past color lines and welcoming President Barack Obama into the history books.
All right, LA, y'all take it over.
Thanks, you guys. We're going to continue on with our conversation. We're going to take calls for a little while and get your thoughts on our new president, Barack Obama. You can hit us up at 877-210-6106. And caller, you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, sorry to cut you off. We had to sign those guys off in D.C. They're moving them out of that area over there.
Okay, I'm gonna give this last shout out before I go to my daughter. She's teacher of the year, and you would be surprised at how much she have taught those third grade students about this movement and about the electoral system. And if Jamie ever get a chance to stop by in Houston, Texas, and look up Hope Perkins, and he gonna be amazed with that third grade class. Thank you.
Thank you for calling in.
Good for you having a son as a teacher. Teachers are great. You always remember your teachers.
Yeah, I had some pretty good teachers.
Me too.
Even the bad ones.
We're good. Yeah, I had some good teachers.
Go ahead.
Okay, next we have Dennis from Philly. Hi, Dennis.
What's going on? How y'all doing, Foxxhole?
What's up, Dennis?
I'm chilling, man. I just want to congratulate, Barack Obama for his, inauguration. And just to let black people know and people in general know that they have to have patience with Barack. Because black folks, they'll change on you in a minute. They'll be on your side 1 minute, and then as soon as somebody don't do something that they want done at that instant, then it's all hell breaks loose, or then they'll turn their backs on you.
You know, black and white people.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, congratulations to Barack, man. Foxxhole, y'all keep doing what y'all do. I listen to y'all every Friday.
Thank you. We appreciate your support. We appreciate your support.
Now, Oprah's having a big party, huh?
You know what? They've been saying Oprah's having a party, but she's been kind of like, not confirming it.
Yeah, a lot of the big stars have got low key, they want him to get the shine today. It's like they're all in the background. Where before they were up, the Oprahs and the Will Smiths. You're not seeing a lot of them. It's kind of like they're stepping in back. This is your day, Barack, which is really nice. They're not trying to get more 15 minutes of fame, which I thought was nice.
Okay. Want to encourage you to keep calling, 877-210-6106.
Okay, we have Mike from California. Hi, Mike.
West Side. Had to throw that in there because everybody's on the East Coast right now. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing good. Thank you, Foxxhole, and good morning to the crew that's in there that's took their time out to show that they are Americans, regardless of color, skin tone. Let's just see it as just that. The Americans spoke. We've got a great American president, and this is to all those who just aren't here today to see it. Thank you very much.
And where you at, Mike? How has this changed your life? Is there anything that you're going to do different after today?
Honestly, I'm not a very political person because I've been disenfranchised by what I've seen throughout my 44 years. Well, let's say my 30 years where I can really understand and perceive what was going on. And I've always been a good person to treat everybody fair. And what this has done is to let a spark or a flame to let people know that it isn't about color. It's about camaraderie and the soil that we stand or breathe, the air that we breathe. And just let's get along. No matter what they do, I'm going to still keep doing the right thing. So it's just enforced that in me.
Thank you, Mike, for sharing your call.
Can I ask Mike a question?
Sure. Oh, wait, Mike, we got another question for you.
Mike, hi, this is Shelley. I have a quick question for you. You said you felt disenfranchised before this current election. How do you feel now?
Well, not just so much this election, but just throughout what I've seen, politics not being what I thought it should be, But right now, honestly and wholeheartedly, I feel more a part of this country than I ever have in my entire life.
I agree, Mike. This is the first time I really feel like an American poetess.
Thanks for the call, Mike.
That's interesting because I've always felt like I was an American.
I always felt on the outside looking in. On the Olympics, I used to get feeling real patriotic, but outside the Olympics, I never was like, yeah, I'm an American, America, because I always felt like I wasn't really a part of it. But now that Barack Obama is president, I feel proud of the country.
Did you grow up here?
Yeah.
See, I'm different back east, and
especially Philly, because Philly has like a lot of American history.
Yeah,
right?
and even the Bay Area too.
Yeah, the Bay Area is very politically active.
Political history,
Black Panthers.
Yeah, you just very some people
Berkeley.
are like, yeah, they have something to state about America and where we are. I think that's all over. I think now kids just do it more so on the internet, and it's more, one-on-one with them. They go on the internet and they look up all these facts, and they just don't share it verbally with each other like we do.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the things I think that America's noticing now is that more of America is being shared with America. Our flaws, our highs, our lows, everything now is on the front page, which is good.
Yeah, I think the best thing that we can all do is just be the best person that we can be. Because ultimately, we can only really be responsible for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's an opportunity for us to re-examine our lives and see what we can do to improve ourselves and then our communities.
I think a lot of our squabbles we need to start discussing indoors and not out in public so much. You see people going at it. I just think people need to take a step back and say, hey, man, let's go talk about it.
Keep the family business in the house.
Yeah, and stop throwing it in the street and then getting upset when people react to it.
Or agree to disagree.
Very good point.
You
I think we definitely have to learn to agree to disagree.
And what do you feel? How has this made you feel, Shelley? Did you ever feel disenfranchised at some point? Has this changed your life in any way?
I don't think I ever felt disenfranchised. I think I felt not so engaged and maybe a little bit out of the system. I didn't follow politics the way that I do now. And I think that I said it earlier, I think what I'm so excited about right now is not just what Barack means for me personally, but what Barack means even for the young people and what it means for our country to have a role model that is the person that he is for our children, many of whom who have grown up without fathers in their own home. I think he represents really the archetype of the father figure in probably one of the best ways that we could ask for it. I mean, he's a huge follower of Lincoln's teachings. He's a unifier, which is one of his most important skills, is he really is a unifier. And now that we are living in a global economy and we have, everything we do, they say a butterfly flaps his wings in Japan and you feel it, here in the United States. I misstated that, but it's true. Mm-hmm. So I think what I feel like is we finally have someone in office who is deep enough, introspective enough, and has enough of a grasp on not just politics, but psychology, sociology, religion, to be able to really pull our country out of what it is in right now and really help the world to prosper. So I think beyond politics, I'm just really looking forward to that.
Yeah, you know what? I have to agree with what you said. Which touched me the most is his impact on young people. When I see young black boys overwhelmed with emotion because Barack is our president, it makes my heart, it overwhelms my heart to see that these young black boys finally have no limitations, that they can be anything that they want to be.
I have a cousin that's in prison right now, and he told me that Barack Obama made it cool to be smart. He changed the meaning of cool, and this is my cousin's locked down. I'm like, wow, he said Barack Obama is a hero, and even on the inside, he changed what it means to be cool. It no longer need to be selling dope to be cool. You can be president and still be cool.
And us as black people, I'll admit, we get a little emotional. He's been handling this campaign so beautifully, very calm, very patient. Because I know he probably wanted to go upside a few heads.
Right, and I think that's what makes us feel so good about him is the fact that he exemplifies the betterment of all of us that we like to have in us all the time, be more consistent. I think the thing that gets us is his consistency is just so consistent, and that's what everybody in America, give me somebody that, okay, if you're a nice person, be nice. You know, if you're a good husband, be a good husband. If you're, you know, be the best you can be. You know, and I think that's what we're really starting to enjoy. That we finally have someone who looks like us, is being better than us, and we have somebody that, you know, hopefully. I mean, when's the last time we had a strong black male that we had other males invest in him? I mean, it was Cliff Huxtable.
Really?
You know, I mean, that was the last one that we would argue for. I mean, we'll defend Barack without any knowledge, you know. I mean, but normally we'd throw each other under the bus.
But he's been showing improving. And then there was a call last night on Claudia's show where a guy goes, well, he ain't from the hood. How can he really understand? But he's served the community. And a lot of people in the hood don't even serve their own communities. I mean, he was serving the community. So he's been in the hood. He's been all over the world, and he's been raised different places, which I think makes him well-rounded. But he, too, has invested time in the hood, whether he lived there or served there or whatnot. I'm sure just him being a black man alone can relate, you know, so. And
we also have to remember, I think what Dennis from Philly said, is you got to give the brother some time, because you know how we tend to be. Well, how come I haven't seen Barack in my neighborhood anymore? Well, he has some business he has to take care of right now.
And he's just not our president.
Exactly. He's
everybody's
not just a black president. He is the president of the United States. He didn't even run on the black president thing. He ran on, I'm America's president.
And I think they're going to send some guys who look like Barack to your neighborhood. Just to make you feel more comfortable.
You talking about Big Red?
Yeah, if you're not comfortable, we'll send some brothers to look like.
Well, let's go to the phones. Who we got, Shelley?
Okay, we have Jason from Georgia. Hi, Jason.
You today.
What's up, Jason?
Hey, I'm in the middle of really wet Nebraska, and actually I stopped at a truck stop to watch the inauguration, and actually I was the only black guy there, and actually all the people from behind the counters and other actually drivers that had ran in just to watch him. So it just shows that, you know, they are embracing it just as much as we are. And they're waiting to see, you know, what he's going to do, and they have a sense of optimism, and I was really kind of shocked by that. And I'm glad that you know, we're actually pulling together as a nation.
And I'm glad you got served.
No, I'm glad you got to see that, Jason.
That's where Malcolm X was born, right?
Yes.
In Nebraska.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you sound like a nice brother, and they treated you nice. Were they all nice to you, or did you feel any kind of
tension?
No, it was no racial tension involved in any way, shape, or fashion. It's just that they're waiting to see, you know, what he was going to do and how the inauguration was going to go. And they were really impressed with his speech, and they were glad, and there was a sense of a hope, you know, that Barack brings to the table, and people are, you know, that resonates with all the people, regardless of where you are in the country, and people respect that.
Well, man, we respect you for listening to Foxxhole. You in the truck?
Yeah.
Well, you keep trucking and be careful. Keep on trucking.
Thank you. Who's our next call?
Okay, we have Nick from North Carolina. Nick?
Yeah, how you guys doing? How you guys doing?
We're doing great.
What's up, Nick?
Hey, I appreciate you taking my call. I, too, am a truck driver. Guys have pretty much said everything I wanted to say. You know, for the most part, it's really about individuals holding, you know, we as a people, no matter who you are, black, white, brown, green, holding ourselves accountable and being the better or the best person that we can be. You know, Barack is just a symbol of the United States. It's really about the people. And honestly, if he doesn't really do what he said he's going to do, or he turns out that he's a turncoat, or however you want to put it, then we should be willing and ready to remove him from office just as well as we should have been ready to remove Bush when it was time, although we missed out on that opportunity, or the people in charge missed out on that opportunity. Hey, I'm happy that it happened in my lifetime. I actually kind of welled up thinking about my grandparents that didn't get to live to see this, my girlfriend's mother who just passed like a year ago who didn't get to see this. So, yeah, it's deeper than what I thought it was for me, the connection, because I was just thinking, okay, well, great, we got an African-American president. I still got to go to work, you know. So I didn't invest as much emotional ties or, you know, as many emotional ties into it until, you know, listening to Aretha and listening to him speak and thinking about those who actually gave their lives to be so that we could have this opportunity. So kudos to Barack. Thanks very much to Foxxhole and Jamie for running the front leg of the race. I will say that this is I would think this is about a quarter mile into a marathon race as far as changing the mind frames of most Americans, or a lot of Americans. Should I say most?
I think we're losing you.
Well, keep on trucking, babe.
I think we're losing you. Thank you for your call. Got to keep that was Nick, right, from North Carolina.
Trucking.
We'll take another call, and then we'll take a break and come right back.
We have to keep on.
Okay, we have Will from Chicago. Hi, Will.
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's up, Will?
Will. I just wanted to say that, being from Chicago, seeing Barack coming up, I'm from the South Side. Well, I'm from the West Side. I live on the South Side in his congressional district, Chicago congressional district. Seeing him organize in the community, seeing him do those things, it brought, to watch him up there today, brought tears to my eyes, because then you think about your grandmother telling you the stories of growing up in the South, and you thought about Malcolm, and you thought about Martin, and even before then, you thought about Emmett Till, and then I thought about my children, and I thought, my daughter's 8, my son is 6, and I thought they're going to grow up, and they're going to always believe that there's a chance they'll be president. You know what I mean? It's not like when I grew up where you hoped and you didn't really know, and all you had was just stay and keep hope alive. And it's fitting that today, after we celebrate Dr. King's legacy yesterday, that today, during this speech, this man invoked the fact that, hey, not even 60 years ago, my father would not get served in this town. And I'm here today taking the most sacred oath. And, it brought tears to my eyes. And I just wanted to thank Jamie Foxx, because he was there from day one. He really was. And, people like Oprah, these celebrities who were there from day one. They didn't jump bandwagon. These guys were there. They put their names out there from day one. And I want to thank you guys for, just, talking about it, letting us get our feelings out there.
Well, we appreciate you supporting the show, and all the best to you, and we appreciate your call. Thank you.
Keep on.
Thanks, Will.
We're going to start to wrap, but before we go, I want to go around the table and ask each of you, what is your outlook, what are your plans, and how has this motivated you? And we'll start with Shelley.
I think what I see in Barack is, for the first time in a long time, real leadership. And I think his style of leadership is really like a great coach. And so, as a great coach, what I think he's going to be able to do is motivate each person to become the best player they can in this game called life. So I'm looking forward to playing this game under a really great coach and following the leadership to the best of my ability.
Okay. Thank you, Shelley, for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Kyle?
I was always wondering who's going to be the next one after Dr. King. Who's the next? And it took 40 years, just like Moses in the desert took 40 years. It took us 40 years to go from King to Obama. And I just think it's so amazing how their lives not really mirrored, but how their lives are linked, I should say. How the day after King Day, Barack Obama becomes the first black president. And it's amazing. It's been a long time coming, and we finally 40 years later, more than 40 years later, but 40 years since the last big market turning point in the script, we have Barack Obama now.
Okay, and Lewis?
Well, I think about how this is a beautiful time in this world. And when you deal with the thing of beauty, it usually comes from like personal responsibility. You find beauty inside yourself. And then I think with that comes personal growth. And then, of course, you get to realize your full potential. And I think that's where America is right now. We actually get to see and mean it, that this is beautiful. And it's good. Now, I love beauty. We all do. Because it's so subjective.
I think with me, I'm a continuous work in progress. So I will continue to work on myself and be a better person. And I've always been a community-oriented person, so I will continue to serve the community, but in a much bigger capacity this year. I'm going to get out there and really do more for young people. I'm a youth advocate, and I'm just going to step that up maybe 100 times. So I just want to thank all of you for supporting the Foxxhole. We've been on almost 2 years now, and We thank you for your continued support on Sirius 106 and XM 149. Go out and hug somebody today. Go out and love somebody today. Go out and celebrate. And if you're celebrating, stay positive and no drinking and driving.
And also, big shout out to Brandy because she got up this morning.
Big shout out to Brandy. Big shout out to our engineer, Bill.
Who got up.
To our producer, Greg Shelton. To our interns, Patrice
Who
and
got up.
Scott, who were here bright and early. And we wish you all the best. And tune in later on tonight at 7 o'clock. Cheryl Underwood will be broadcasting live from D.C. So keep it locked right here on the Foxhole Sirius 106. XM 149.
Great job, Pete.
Peace.